What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another
Yep.
exciting episode of the True Earth Debates, my favorite show on a Friday night, and yours too. That's why you're here. Appreciate you showing up, showing out, tuning in instead of tuning out. We're going to get things rocking and rolling here in just a moment. Huge shout out to all the people who've been helping me behind the scenes, get a lot of things, a lot of really cool things achieved. If you guys haven't had the chance yet to check out the website, troublingtribune.com, my goodness, you're missing out on something pretty special that we're building over there. We just launched a fantastic merch shop with some crazy designs, so definitely go to check it out. We got links in the description. All right. Do appreciate you all showing up. Drano Pit, what is up, my friend? Gonna do a shout out. Gonna get things loaded up over here on the TikTok, and then we're gonna get things cooking with oil. Water World, appreciate you showing up as well. Jeremy Bird, much love. Ruhif, Nuba, Ruhif. This is gonna be a TikTok one, but we are going to be doing a Zoomies here pretty soon, and we're gonna be doing a Zoomies with no time limit, thanks to Shane St. Pierre. So huge shout out. We also got Mark Gregory. Welcome to the show. Run Boston Bear. Unindoctrinated TT. What is up? Appreciate all you guys showing up. This is going to be absolutely awesome. I just had somebody message me in the Telegram. It's like, when you starting the debate? Now. Starting it right now. So look forward to that. Caleb probably going to be joining me over on that side. It's going to be really awesome. Hope the audio was well. Made some minor adjustments. I hear a little bit of fuzziness in the monitor, but we will maybe just tune this down just a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing. When you going live on TikTok, actually right now, getting it situated as we speak while we are on the line, so you guys don't have to wait forever and a day for me to actually get this thing going. Mix slapping, welcome as well. Let's go ahead and pull up the theme page. I'm going to have to interact with this bad boy. So I'm actually going to get it pulled up before I pull it on over for you guys. So it just seems like the right thing to do. All right. Nope. Don't want to listen to that TikTok crap. We're here to make content, not listen to content. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and get things cooking with some oil. Jesus Christ, dude. Just had it set up right. All right. So this will take me just a moment. I really need to get some tunes lined up for when I have stuff like this happen. But it's going to be a good time. Always great backgrounds, great guests. You never know what kind of crazy stuff they're going to say. So, but we just hope to have an excellent conversation. That's really what it's all about. So let's go ahead and pull up this one. This one looks good. And this design that I'm using is actually going to be able to be seen on a shirt on the merch store. So if it looks familiar, you know why. All right, let's go ahead and go live. All right, I'm going to lose my audio monitoring here, but you guys will hear me just fine. And then I'm going to cut this when I get it all going over here. So should be just like 20 seconds or so, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But you guys will not miss a beat, of course. All right. Let's go ahead and go live. It's going to remove my background as always, so we're going to have to interact to get the freaking thing back because it just can't get it right. But here we go. Boom. Looks good. Now let's find it. Boom. Let's do it like that. Perfect. All right. Now let's get it pulled over so you guys can hear what's going on. Folks in the live of the TikTok, we're getting things going here in just a moment. Just had to get a few things adjusted, but we are rocking and rolling now, so it is looking good. Getting it finally adjusted, and we will get this debate underway. Welcome to the True Earth Debates, the best place to be when you want to talk about the shape and cosmology and possible motion or lack thereof of the Earth. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and mute this mic and then go full live on TikTok. So just let me know here in a moment if the audio is good over on YouTube and Rockfin. Thank you guys so much. Here we go. Just had to refresh the page for you guys over on the YouTube, so pardon me. Hopefully it gets pulled up here in just a second. You should be able to go on camera. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, man, I hate having the freaking technical issues right away. Jesus. Oh no, you're fine. Anybody can go on camera if they want. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is like viewing on the, on the YouTube and Rockfin side, and it's like it's trying to give me problems right away without having any audio. So, or not audio, video. It's just giving the two dots back and forth. Absolutely ridiculous. So let me try to refresh it again, I guess. And if this doesn't work out, I might have to move this over just to the YouTube and do it Zoomy style. Was working earlier, did a full on live, no problem. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely down from on over, as they say. I'm gonna try to re-click on this shit. This is really frustrating. Your video quality will automatically be adjusted to match your internet speed. My internet speed is phenomenal, so it should be working out just fine. Jesus Christ. Losing people on this live by the second though, because nothing's happening. Just do not get it. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it does not want to work at all. All right, there we go. Got something. That's something. I might have to reset this live here, so I'll be right back. Let me see if that has something to do with it. Maybe it's on the TikTok side. Sorry about this, guys. Sometimes this does happen, but we'll get it going here right in just a second. In just one whole second. There we go. Let me get the freaking... Let's go live. And then let's go ahead and find it once again. Hopefully this time we get the results we want. Alrighty. Let's try again. No, the live is not ended. The live is on right now. And we are full screen. We are kicking ass. All right. Hell yeah. We've got it. We have freaking got it. Amazing. Let's go ahead and shrink this just a bit. Awesome. All right. Let me go ahead and do this now. Let me go ahead and do this now. Okay. No more echo. No more double audio. We should be good to go. Just let me know if you guys have any more audio issues or video issues, and we'll go ahead and handle that as needed. But welcome to the True Earth Debates. We got everything rocking and rolling. We're going to get things cooking with oil immediately. No more delays, no more games. It's time to get right down into the conversation. What the hell is it that we live on? Is it a stationary topographical plane with no observable curvature? Is it a spinny, flying, whirling space ball going in at least three different vectors through the infinite void of space? Is it a hollow wiffle ball? You know, there's all kinds of different models going around. So we appreciate you guys coming in and having the conversation. We got you never know, man. We provide a pretty great atmosphere here. I just lost my video and audio again over on the YouTube. I cannot believe it. What the freak? Is it? Yeah, I'm live on 3 different platforms right now. I'm live on YouTube, Rockfin, and TikTok. So my YouTube and TikTok fans right now are just looking at the blank screen, wondering what the heck is going on. So here's what I'm going to do to help out with this whole situation, because we're dynamic. We can evolve with this. We're just going to go ahead and go back to the theme page. Boom. Here we are, guys. Now we're all together. I got my folks over here on TikTok. I got my folks over here on YouTube and Rockfin. And the only thing that sucks is that they can't hear you. Shit. I think I can fix that too, though. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then we'll get the 100% freezes up when it tries to pick resolution. Got audio 5x5. Okay. So maybe we do it like this. Maybe we pull up another page. Let's get right on TikTok. What's that? Heck yeah. Well, you guys, if you don't mind dropping some knowledge and some facts in TikTok while I
like
pull
that
this up
comment.
for my fans.
Truth, like I like that comment.
Heck yeah. Well, you guys, if you don't mind dropping some knowledge and some facts for just a second while I pull this up for my fans.
I need my computer. I'll be right back. It always helps. I mean, it just helps.
I think I got it. Let's turn this off here for a second. That should work, right? Right? We got full audio. We do. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we cheated the system. Okay, so let me do this then. Let's go do. Screw, get paid the big bucks. We gotta put out these fires as they come. Okay, where the heck is it? Main web page. No, we need main display cap full. And let's do a new display capture because it always makes me reset this crap. Okay. Yes. Boom. Display capture. Okay. All right. All right. Now we're good. Let me just do this minor little adjustment so that it fits. And then we're going to be rocking and rolling. Can't hear any of you guys. Are you guys still there?
We are here.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
We're here.
Oh, man. You guys are silent as hell.
Waiting you to figure it out, man.
What's new in the community? What do you guys got going on?
Did you guys see the spacewalk today?
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious.
Definition of CGI.
Let's get this transition underway. Here we go. All right.
I watched it for a couple minutes during work on my break, and I'm like, one guy's like, if it was in a pool, how would that wire be suspended and not go fall down or rise up? I'm like, dude. You realize that's buoyant water, right? You realize that the person in there, the weight is, it's not just regular water. It's more dense, so a person's able to just sit there and not move. You don't rise up. You don't fall down. It's just.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. You keep talking. I gotta say something real quick over here on the side of the background.
It's terrible, bro. It's horrible.
With my tech crew.
Oops.
Yeah, one fun fact is that I think if they do a 11-hour spacewalk, they should be going by the moon like 6 times. And Jay told me today that
Yeah,
they
right.
showed the moon,
Oh wow.
but for the past like 20 years, when I saw all the spacewalks that they did, they never panned out and looked at the moon, even though the moon has to be way bigger than what we see from Earth, right? Because it's way closer, but they never did it because it's very difficult for you to CGI that moon and the sun inside the ISS with the astronaut moving in different directions and the stars being in the correct positions and the moon and the sun being in the correct position. So that's why they never did it. So now with Unreal Engine 5.1 or 5.2, they are starting to make that happen because everybody asks for stars, everybody asks for the moon, everybody asked for the sun for a long effing time, right? So now they're gonna start doing it, and they're gonna get away with it. You just gotta look really hard, bro.
Dude, today was bad, dude. The stars were over top of the ISS. It
Yeah,
was
I
really
saw that.
bad. It was really bad.
You could see the
Like
stars through it.
Globeman called it what did he call it? Lag. That the background was lagging into the forefront, and I'm sure.
Sure. Can you show us another example where that happens?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not just gonna discredit it, right? But if you're gonna say something like that happened, then I mean, it surely
Gotta watch
happens
it.
all the time, right?
Caleb's
Yeah,
like, you
you're
gotta
in front of
watch
a
it.
green
Judge with
screen.
your own
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Huge shout out to the legends in the chat, by the way. We got Caleb FE and we got Mellow as well. For those who may be unaware, I've recently joined the Mellow crew for the Sunday morning show, so you can catch me at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard over on the Mellow on YouTube and Rockfin. So it's going to be an awesome time.
Good
Check
for
it
you,
out,
man.
guys.
Heck yeah. Well, do
I
we
see you
have
guys.
what was that, our
Sorry,
Earth?
go ahead. I said I see you guys here and there, man. It's a cool chat you guys have all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we definitely appreciate the vibes, that get pumped out, and really the audience helps set the tone. So, with that being said, though, I would like to try to get some Globers in here. Let's get what the
Yeah.
people came here to see: some good old punching across the aisle, some
Let's do it.
flat Earth, true Earth, concave Earth, whatever the hell you want to call it. I really don't care. I just want to have the conversation. So come on in here, come one, come all, and we'll have to. Well, actually, they just did this update to where I can just have all these freaking guests. So try not to talk over each other. You guys remember the rules. They're there
Mute
for.
when you're not speaking if he has too many. Yeah, mute when you're not speaking when he has too many.
Yeah, there you go. That way it doesn't like echo off and do all kinds of crazy shit. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, if you need room, man, I'll hop out. I'd love to
Uh,
debate tonight. I got a good hour and a half in me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should be
Ready
good.
to
It let me
go.
have like 6 or 7 people on earlier. It was fantastic.
Oh,
So
hey.
I did hear that my audio wasn't quite syncing through the live, and if
Shit's
that's the
good now,
case,
dude.
if that's the case, I do
you're
apologize. But
perfect, bro.
hey, it is what it is.
Clear. It's clear. You're good.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking for the kids on YouTube and Rockfin. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm doing screen grabs, so I can't go check my comments without everybody seeing me check my comments. So there's no debate. There's fact. And they're saying globe and fiction flat is absolutely hilarious, right? If it was so settled, right? If it was so demonstrably settled, then there
This dude's
probably
got one
wouldn't be.
follower.
There probably
Nice,
wouldn't be
Mom.
a whole debate around it, right? So let's go ahead and get this
Hey,
thing
bro,
going. If you have enough followers, jump in the box, right?
Yeah, right.
you got
If you have
you got
if you have an
opposable thumbs.
opinion, back it up, brother.
Yeah,
Just
you
a
got
quick
opposable thumbs, bro. Make some videos and get some followers, and then comment.
Yes.
just a quick shout out. In case you don't know, I just found this out last week. The Himawari satellite that we say has 5 or 10 or 20 minute delay, actually, it's been programmed out to the year 2095. So everything has already been programmed into the system. So nothing is 5 or 10 or 20 minutes delayed. It's been pre-programmed out to the year 2095. So all that stuff is computer generated.
Weird how they're
Man,
able
where
to
the
predict the future.
sexuals at tonight?
Right? They tend
Let's
to come.
go.
They do tend to
What
come
up,
floating.
Caleb?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. This is a flatter chat right now.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty big echo chamber, though. Not gonna lie. We do need some globe proponents to come up here and tell us how we're on a spinning magical water ball chasing the sun when there's no evidence that we're moving or that the sun is the center of the solar system.
Yeah, there's no conservation of the momentum that like the speed they have to catch up for all their planetary distances. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, come on in, guys. And Melodome, don't see you in here very often. Welcome to the show. We appreciate having you.
Everybody go tell Globey
What's
we
up,
said
guys?
something about him. So
Word.
Heck yeah, welcome to the show. All right. Well, we got tons of comments. Let's go ahead and get the conversation going, right?
Dude, Austin Whitsitt, not Austin the Legend Melodome. Austin Whitsitt sent me some money Antarctic Treaty stuff. He's sending me all the legislation that was passed after. And he also just sent me this protocol essentially that details 100% you have to have government permission to go past the Antarctic or the 60th south
parallel.
latitude through a permit, bro. It's over.
Yes.
I'm gonna be making the most gas video about Antarctica tomorrow.
Nice.
But my
Can't
girl's
wait
coming
for
home
it,
right
dude.
now, so I'm gonna
Tag
be
me in it.
muted for a second.
No worries. Yeah, that's really awesome. The Antarctic Treaty, super duper weird. So
Russia wants out. Russia's about to expose.
I don't know
we'll see
if I'm buying that.
Yeah, we'll see how it all
No,
plays out,
they-
right?
It's been announced. They want out of the treaty.
Yeah.
Why
I heard-
is
I
another
heard.
story? Why is another story? But the fact is they want out.
Well, how
Why?
about this?
can all debate on that.
China's land grabbing massively in Antarctica. China is like massively land grabbing in Antarctica, and that's kind of weird, eh? But
It's been
China
going
always
on.
was interested in Antarctica.
It's been going
and they
on since
always
World War
invest.
One.
Exactly. Yep. So that's kind of weird, right?
Why is it? Was it a world war? Because we were all trying to fight for the land of beyond. The world was fighting to get there first. Is that why it was a world war? And they just told us it was this guy did that, that guy did this.
Just to let you guys know, I am at my maximum number of guests, so if a Globey does jump in, somebody will have to drop. So you guys can work that out. But I do appreciate you guys all coming in and making this an awesome show right away. It's really awesome. I love vibing, chatting, and hanging out with my echo chamber just as much as I do like debating. So, but it is still the debate, so do not be discouraged, Globers. We will make room for you.
Yeah, we like debating.
Hey, I'll drop out, bro. I'll drop out, and then I'll come back later, bro.
No worries, homie. I appreciate you coming on.
Take care. Yeah, no problem, bro. Take care.
Go tell Globey Globe.
But I might.
Caleb, we appreciate you.
Later, bro.
My connection is plenty stable. There we go.
So where's all the Globies at?
Yeah,
Not
it's
on here,
really,
Mark.
really,
I'm waiting for some Globies.
it's really weird. Usually it takes me like that, and they're here. So
It's Sean. It's possible when
they've
there's
been in the
58
treaty,
countries
bro.
that are in it together guarding it. Sean Johnson said Antarctica has more landmass than USA. Not possible to guard. Well, when you have 58 countries in cahoots with each other,
Thanks, Emily.
it's pretty easy to do.
you know what's funny is isn't the Antarctic Treaty proof that all the countries can in fact work together?
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear evidence. The UN is clear evidence.
I mean, obviously. So, David Narazi, I don't think I've seen you in the show before. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate that. Good evening, gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing well.
Absolutely.
As you too, bro.
I can't see pictures, so if there's a lady, please forgive me. but it looks like you guys are all just chilling here. I'm not a Globey, by the way. I woke up in 2013 and 14, and I've been trying to convince anyone I know and everyone I know of the truth. And if you don't
That
believe
works,
that
yeah.
if the Earth is not round, then I just don't know if there's something chemically wrong with you. I don't get it. I don't understand why some people aren't able to wake up. If you present 1 or 2 or 3 proofs in front of them, they should be able to see the rest. But it appears as though there's a blockage. I don't think everyone's getting
Called
paid to
fluoride.
see. I don't think everyone's getting paid to say that the Earth is round. I think there are some people that are paid to say that the Earth is a ball. However, I think there's something blocking these people from accepting the reality, the fact. It might be pride. I just can't put my finger on it.
It's called cognitive dissonance. It's a medical disorder.
It's called
You,
fluoride.
you have
It's
lots of
fluoride.
things going. You have ego, pride, reputation, indoctrination, Stockholm syndrome, cognitive dissonance, confirmation bias, money, and fear. All those things hold you back from the truth. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot of it is money, a lot of it is fear, because you don't want to admit that you've been lied to your whole life. And some people do have a little claustrophobic feeling, knowing that they have something above them, and there's not a big universe out there for them.
I'm going to use me as an example. When I started talking about this, I mean, it was to anyone I can come across that's able to have a conversation with me about it. And it did change my life. There were opportunities that I had lined up. They're not there anymore. Getting a job is harder. It almost appears as though that if you start talking about this and if people start believing you, your life will get a little harder. Obviously, there are people that are watching this. They don't want you to speak the truth. They don't want you to go out there and wake one more person up. And so if you're successful with that, I think they're just going to try to make your life a little bit more difficult, so you focus on trying to make money versus trying to wake people up. And so I think that might be a reason as well. People are just afraid they might lose their job. You can't have pilots talking about it. They'll lose their job. You can't have doctors and dentists talking about it. They'll lose their degrees, and yes, they will. And so I think a lot of people believe that the Earth is not round. I just think they don't want to admit it. And so I think they believe that, what's the point? Why should we start? How is it going to change my life? There is a huge point to this. You're being lied to every single day. And if this is a lie, there are other lies that they're
Yeah.
hiding.
Right.
So but they don't care about that. They're like, how is it going to change my life today? I wake up,
Hey,
I go, I'm a dentist.
Navid, how
Go ahead.
is this going to change your life? My father was a
Welcome.
mechanical engineer at NASA my entire life. I am
So
60
was my
years
grandpa.
old.
So was
I
my grandpa.
grew up with
I'm
my
still a
father
pilot.
as
Don't
a
interrupt.
mechanical
Sorry.
engineer at NASA. We went to the moon. The Earth is round. He did math without a calculator. The fact that you were not alive when this happened is not proof that it did not happen.
No one's asserting that.
Proof you think we
Says a
have?
straw man.
Straw man my ass. My father was a NASA engineer.
yeah, why
That
Did
is
you
a
go?
fact.
My grandpa was
We don't
legitly.
need to.
So do you
So
know what a
why
straw
are
man?
you
Do you,
saying the Earth is flat?
Do you know what a strawman
Ma'am,
argument
I
is,
want to
Robin?
ask you.
yeah, that's
Yes,
what I
I
was
know
just
what a
about to ask.
straw man argument.
Do you know why I asserted
Then
it?
you just did it, right?
Do you know why I
I
asserted it?
teach debate.
Robin, do you know why I asserted it?
I have no clue.
What flat earther is asserting that because they weren't alive when the moon landing happened, that's their proof that it didn't happen?
Because I've heard it. I've heard
What?
it.
No one in this panel has said it. Can you try to limit your arguments to claims made in this panel?
Observable,
Absolutely.
provable,
I appreciate
repeatable.
it.
Robin a question. Robin, may I ask you a question? Gentlemen, do you mind if I ask her a question? Just
Go
one
ahead, but
question.
your audio's a little low.
Yeah,
Okay,
get
let me
closer
put
to the mic.
I put my AirPods in, but is it better now?
Yes.
All right. So, Robin, you said your grandfather's been to the moon, and yes, I
No,
wasn't born
my
then.
father was a
Your
NASA
father.
engineer.
Do
They
you know
work on
anyone
they
personally?
work on the components of
But
the
do,
rockets.
okay, your father, that's even closer to you. I have a question for 2 parts. Number one, part A, do you know anyone personally that's been to the moon?
Yes, actually, I've met the astronauts.
Okay, and part two of the question, have you asked them why they can't go now with all the technology that we've got today in
We're going.
2023? We're not going to. As a matter of fact,
I
NASA
promise you we
says
won't go with
we
people.
can't
Yeah.
go. Now, I want to say something. We're not making this stuff up. We're not pulling it out of our
I'm not
asses.
making it
Excuse
up
my language.
either.
But this is
No,
what
we don't think you're
NASA
doing that.
says.
No.
NASA says we are not able to go to the moon, and so that's one of the reasons they have people like Elon Musk making a mockery of all of this, throwing rockets in the sea, and so
That's where they all went.
Yeah, so I just
And
want to
so,
I'm going to remind everybody real quick before we start getting into it. Now that we do have some friendly discourse and something to go across the aisle, I'll remind everybody not to interrupt each other. Land your plane quickly, so that way everybody gets to say their piece and make their point. And yeah, don't be an asshole. No character attacks or anything like that.
No ad homing.
Yep. And with that, let's.
What do you think about the fact that there's no curvature anywhere? I know that you're talking about people going to the moon, but what about what's going on under our feet and the amount of water that's covered on Earth and the properties of water? What do you say the
well,
properties of water would be?
there is curvature. So asking me what I think about there's no
Where
curvature
at though?
is not relevant.
Where at though? Like what? There's no visible curvature. Like we have a.
Well, of
Right.
course, there's not visible curvature. The Earth is too large to see it with the naked eye.
The
Well, not
Earth
even
is
in a plane. Not even in a plane.
What's the circumference
not
of the Earth? Do
according.
you know?
No, I do not, because I am not an
Robin.
Earth scientist.
Robin,
That's okay.
can I tell you the circumference of the Earth?
Please.
It's 24,901 miles.
Okay.
Just so
So
you know,
based on
Melodome.
that math, there should be a curvature drop of a person standing on a beach of 8 inches per mile squared.
And what is your reference for that number?
NASA.
How do you know that's the
How do I know
NASA?
that
Okay.
your father worked for
But
NASA?
because he did.
Thank you.
You can
Because
look him
NASA
up.
said that. So now we
And
can
here we
both
are.
agree that
Right.
we can't prove it. So now NASA
But you
said that's the
cannot
math.
see the curvature of the Earth with the naked eye standing on a beach. Get
So
real.
why
I
should we
agree.
believe that it's there?
Because we have scientists who have studied this for years,
That's an appeal to
who
authority. Is
have
there a
done the
specific?
work.
Is there, instead of saying something really vague like there are quote scientists that have quote done the work, is there something specific that we can look at, a specific experiment, a specific data set, something specific that is empirical that would tell us that we do in fact live on this globe?
Well, yes.
Okay. What?
Continue.
What is it?
I am a debate teacher. I teach professional communications and debate. That is not my area of expertise. So
It-
to
Well,
ask
debate should be.
me to give you the empirical research for why the Earth is curved is redonkulous.
Robin,
Hey,
as a debate
Rob-
teacher, obviously, just real quick, and then I want Melodome to go because he's been trying to land a plane. But I just want you to understand the irony of a debate teacher coming into a true Earth debate to debate the shape of the Earth,
Without ammunition.
asserting a positive claim, and then failing to understand that in debate, the one who makes a positive claim that the Earth is something, or that there is something that shows something, has the burden of proof to show that something. You have just said that there are scientists who have done the work that prove this. Give us just one example, and then Melodome, go ahead.
I was waiting
What do
for
you-
that example, but yeah, I mean, she's not going to give one to me. It just seems like an appeal to authority.
Well,
It does
here's the thing. I have not prepared a case. I have not prepared a constructive
what
on
you need to do.
the
So you
curvature
can
of
sit
the
here and
earth.
say yourself that
I
you've
am
never
just here
witnessed
to tell you
curvature.
my life.
Okay,
What?
right.
I have
So
not
in your own
compared a
personal
constructive
life, you
case.
so in your own personal life, you never experienced curvature, and you can sit here and also say that you've never like experienced the motion of the earth based off your own observations,
I
right?
never said that. I never
Oh, you
said
won't
that.
say that? You can't say that?
All I said is that I have not prepared a constructive case for the curvature of the earth, and you cannot refute a case that I have not prepared.
Robin,
That's
All I
true.
can tell you is my experience, and my experience is that I grew up with a father who was a NASA engineer
Me
who
too.
worked
There's
on
crap
all of
there.
the Apollo missions, and the shuttle missions.
Would this not, in
He
fact,
has.
be your
My
case,
grandpa
though,
worked on
Robin?
the
I mean, I know
Challenger.
you said you
No,
didn't
it's not
prepare
I
my
a
don't know
case.
case because it's not empirical evidence. All I am
agreed.
telling you is my personal experience. I do not have peer-reviewed articles. I have my father. That's all I've got. And my experience growing up with a father who worked at NASA, with neighbors who worked at NASA, neighbors who were in mission control when we landed on the moon. Do I have a peer-reviewed article? Hell no, I do not. Did I go to school with their children? Yes, I did.
So, Robin, would
What
you
did they
say your
know?
evidence is hearsay?
My evidence is my personal life. So
So,
no,
would you say that's
hearsay
Might
hearsay
is
wanna-
in
not
court
my
in a
lived
court of law? In a court
experience.
of law, would that be hearsay?
No, it's my lived experience.
No,
So let
in a
me
court of law, would it be
see.
hearsay?
What the fuck does a court of law have to do with
Well, the
this?
court of law proved
Wait,
flat
no
Earth. Did you
swearing.
know
You're gonna
that?
get the lob in trouble.
Yeah, I appreciate if we keep the swearing to bare minimum. You know, maybe a light joke here and there is
Okay,
fine, but
what
I
the
will.
coitus does the court of law have to do with this?
Well,
You asked me, do I
did
have
you know
Wait,
that the
empirical
court of
Robin,
evidence?
law
I do
proved
not.
how
the
about
Earth
this?
being flat?
Hold on,
You don't
we're
need a
going
court
off
of
on
How
law.
about
different
this?
pieces here. I would just like to say real quick before we move
I want
on,
to say, Robin.
David, I'm going to give you a chance just 1 second. Okay, I know you're trying to get your piece in, but I just want to point out. Crap, now I got losing my train of thought because of everything going on. Go ahead, David.
Robin, look,
Yeah.
you can stay here, but go to just Google it. Google the curvature. Go off of what
I
NASA's
remember
telling
now.
us, based on what they say. Google it, and then come back to us.
I don't need to
For example,
Google my
I'm in
dad.
Fairmount, New
My
York right now.
dad.
Okay,
Forget
I
so
about your
am.
dad.
before,
He's a good man. Let's
hold
go
on.
by what NASA
But
says.
was my
No,
grandpa
hold on.
not a good man?
Let's
Like,
just. I'm gonna address her specific point before we bring up another point about your dad working as an engineer for NASA.
I
In
do
the-
know what hearsay means.
So I'm not saying that.
Matrix morph.
Gotcha. So what I'm saying is that
I don't-
there's actually a very famous astronaut, who's Gus Grissom, who said that the simulations were so good that no one was able to determine the difference between a simulation and the real thing. So when we're dealing with I don't disagree that your dad was there dealing with, data and computers and things. But what actually empirical evidence did he have that they actually, landed something on the moon? So I did a math calculation for it, so it should have worked on paper.
Or because my dad said they did.
my
In
grandpa was
addition
also
to
an
that-
engineer. I'm not saying that facetiously. I hope you know that. But I have a different experience of he didn't tell me the Earth was flat or something like that. But it doesn't say anything to the shape of the Earth, in my opinion.
Also, my mother
father
also-
was not a Freemason.
My mother worked
My
at NASA as
grandfather
well.
was not a
was.
Freemason either. He was an engineer. He was a very smart
No,
man.
but there was someone in the chat asking, so
No,
I
I
answered.
understand. Not everybody that works at NASA is a Freemason. Okay,
Okay, great.
but
Robin,
so they
We
still
buried
need
my
people that are
father. He
smart,
did
right?
not have a Freemason burial, so
but they still need people that are smart, right? And maybe the people that are running the people that are smart are not very not very credible. Maybe that.
Thrice 187. I
Robin,
grew up
disregard
with a
the comments for a second. Let them write
Yeah,
what they have to
don't worry
write.
about them. Don't worry about
You
that.
can respond to the comments, but I just wanted to ask: do you know what kind of clearance your dad had with NASA? Did he ever talk
I'm so
about that?
tired of this shit.
There are,
Excuse
there,
me. I'm so
there are,
tired of this excrement.
no, we're trying to understand what position your dad had. Did he have clearance to know what most people don't know at NASA? So I think your dad was in the right place. He had a right heart. He probably believed the world's a globe just like you do, but I don't think he was in the know, Robin. And so
Really? He
I don't think
wasn't?
my grandpa was in the
well,
know
that's
either,
why
and
I
he was
asked
actually
He
about
a
his
didn't
Secret
say
Service
he
clearance.
member.
wasn't. He
So
said he thinks that he doesn't think that he was.
Okay,
Do you know
so
what kind of clearance he had?
clearance, he
Yes,
was able
security
to go
clearance.
into NASA and go into his office. I went with him.
Where was his office? In what state? Florida or
In
Texas?
Texas, in Clear Lake, in Nassau Bay,
Okay.
at Johnson Space Center.
Okay.
I just don't really see how this
Gotta
is
admit, that'd be pretty cool.
productive.
It
Yeah,
was
right?
pretty
I wish I
cool.
could have gone.
I
I was
met
far too young. You
astronauts,
know what I mean?
but I
But
was
I
so
don't think
young. I didn't know it was. I didn't know how cool it was until later in life.
I still don't think people in
So Robin has
Australia are
like
walking
no
upside
glow
down.
proof.
Have no what? I
Oh,
freaking lived it, dude.
well,
Don't tell me it's hearsay. I
But you lived,
well,
grew
it's
up
you lived seeing
with
proof.
technically
it all
hearsay.
Yeah,
around
it
me.
literally is hearsay.
It's by
Not
definition hearsay.
hearsay. I was there.
But you lived seeing proof, right? So you were there where they launched rockets to where? How can you
Uh,
The
prove where
Gulf
they
of
launched the
Mexico,
rockets to?
what are you talking
Bermuda
about?
Triangle.
I was a
Well, you're not physically
child.
riding the rocket, right? You're not like doing any data on the
No,
hyperbolic
I was
movement, but
not
it's.
riding the rocket.
I understand
And
that, and I know that
dinosaurs
sounds like a
exist, and I was
ridiculous
not
question, but
riding dinosaurs.
Oh, Lord have
Oh
mercy.
my goodness. Yeah.
Lord have
Dinosaurs didn't
mercy is
exist.
right. My
Were
father
you
is
really a
rolling in his grave.
were
Were
you
you
really
really
a
a debate
debate?
teacher? Oh shit!
My father is
No, she
rolling in his
wasn't.
I mean, I
grave.
don't mean to be
What do you
I
mean,
don't mean to be
was I?
disrespectful,
I
but
I'm
you've
not
am.
trying to disrespect anyone. Do you think that like I think my like dude, I'm not messing with you when I say my grandfather worked on the Challenger like as an engineer. So do you
I'm
think
not messing with you
my
either.
flat
I'm
Earth
not saying he
belief
didn't.
disgraces him? Like that's completely anecdotal. That's your feeling. Like if that's your
What are
feeling
you
that this
talking
disgraces your
about?
father, it
Robin,
doesn't.
Your father worked
My
Robin,
where you said
grandfather.
he worked. I believe you. Why shouldn't I?
No, I
Robin.
know, but what does that have to do with like how we feel about the Earth, right? Because did they tell us like, hey, like it's definitely? I went up there, I checked it out. It's a globe. It doesn't. No, they like they couldn't have
You
could have
know,
an
there's
innocent hand in
no
the
Robin,
changing your
entire thing.
mind.
who do
So,
you
you
Robin?
know,
Who do you teach debate for?
um,
Future lawyers? Future
let's
lawyers?
Robin,
bring up this flat
Robin, it
Earth.
appears
What
it
do you
appears as though
who
you
do you
have
teach debate for?
one fan. You can
A
bring
high
him up so he can
school,
help you out.
No, but I'm saying who do you teach debate for? Future lawyer, like the people, future lawyers.
high school
Like I can show NASA
students.
facts.
What?
Pretty crazy.
Mr.
Robin,
Globes a lot, by the way, just to address this comment really quick. Don't misunderstand. I didn't lie when I said that Gus Gruesome claimed that the simulations were so good that no one would be able to tell the difference between that and the real thing. It was actually something
oh
that they were very
CGI now.
proud about, right? So it's not even really worth debating. The part of the debate would be were their simulations really good because they needed to be so they could go, or were they really good so they could fake it? Right? You just got to be honest when you're trying to debate. Otherwise, no
The
one's going
answer
to
is
believe
yes.
you.
Well,
They're going to
yes,
think you're a
but
liar.
okay. So the debate that I teach is about things that like are matter that are worth debating. Like, is high speed rail in the U.S. a good thing or a bad thing? Not like, is the Earth flat or round?
That's fine.
All
But
right,
who do you teach debate to, though?
that's
High
that was
school
my question.
students.
Okay.
But what
I
are
like
these high
debating
school
those kind of
students?
topics.
What are these high school students attaining to? What your debate students that you teach? What do they want to be when they grow up?
Well, they have lots of options. They're 9th and 10th graders, so there's still plenty of time for them to decide. The point
What are
is
the
that they're
majority
interested
of the
in
students that you
research and
teach?
argument. They're interested.
I'm glad that we got to that point. That the reason why we're wanting to learn debate is to critically think and obviously so that we can reach good logical conclusions. So what's logical about accepting someone's
Ladies
singular
and gentlemen,
anecdotal opinion?
Robin, maybe you
Who's
should bring
singular
that up
there
in your
anyone
debate.
in the
anecdotal
Maybe you should
opinion?
bring
comments,
up the shape of
if
the Earth
there's
in your
anyone in the
debate.
comments that
Got
believes
interrupted.
the Earth is a ball, please come up. I
Robin.
apologize. My
I don't have
service isn't
enough.
great. I'm just saying, if there's anyone,
So I have
think you can
Globey
bring 9 up, can't
McGlobeface,
you?
and
You have,
can I put 9 up? Because I just tried to put Globey up and it didn't let me.
yeah.
Can I
Try
ask
again.
Robin
Tell him to
something
put in a
real quick?
request. I think he's got to put in a request.
He has requested. I'm trying to get him in.
No,
Yeah,
he
it says
is
max
not.
player limit reached. So if somebody wants to drop off, then we can have him in.
Let me ask something, Robin, something real quick. Robin, if you want to open your students' mind, and I wish my teachers would have done this when I was in high school, have them have a open debate, a free mind debate. Ask them, tell them to prove to you the Earth is flat. You believe it's a globe. If you want to have a debate class, tell them,
She'll get fired.
show me the Earth's flat. Show me it's
You know what?
round.
I'm
She'll
going to
get
have
fired.
the
Do it.
debate
They'll
things
figure out
that
it's flat and she'll get fired.
No,
matter.
this is
That's a matter
it
of
does
subjective
matter.
opinion,
It
isn't it,
matters.
Robin?
Actually, it matters the most.
No, no.
It's a matter
Robin,
of subjective
it
opinion,
does.
right? But with a
You
matter
know
as
what?
contentious as the
That's
flat Earth, it's a
awesome that
phenomenon.
you
It seems
think
like it'd be
that
great to
is
debate.
important, but
If
see,
it
I'm
wasn't
trying
important,
to.
why are you in here?
Bingo.
Why am I in here?
If it wasn't
Because I
important, why
cannot
aren't you in here?
believe. You're
Then have them
asking, let
debate
me
it.
answer.
Have
So
them
you're
research and debate
interested,
it.
but
Yeah,
you
that sounds
You're
like a good idea.
asking, let me answer. My father was a NASA engineer.
hearsay.
I grew up with scientists and
Objection, hearsay.
mathematicians.
Let's go.
You asked
I
me why
I
I'm
would
in
destroy you in
here,
court.
and now you're telling me it's hearsay.
Seek,
Why
I would.
I'm in here?
I'm
So
sorry. I'll
Guess
stop. I'm
what?
stop.
I agree that you would probably
Objection,
win in court,
hearsay,
but I would say that it's
objection.
just not
I'll
I'm
stop.
going
helpful
to
for
interrupt you
the
because
constructive
that's
part of it,
debating.
right?
I'll stop. Just
I
proving
know
your
it's
point.
I know it's the True Earth debate, but I do like to try to keep it, somewhat constructive. So if we start going in circles, and just start interrupting back and forth
Yes,
to remake
she
the same
has. She's
point,
had some Chardonnay. You're
but
so smart.
well, the reason why he's interrupting again is because you're making the same point again. We understand
He
fully
asked
that your
me
dad was at
why I
NASA.
was here. I was
Right.
answering
Well,
the
you
question.
obviously, ultimately,
If
though,
I
the
am
reason why,
answering it with the
Robin,
same
it was
reason I came in here, it's because he asked me why I was here.
the point I'm making is the point that he was trying to make, that you obviously felt this debate was important enough to come in and put in your 2 cents. So
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
So to say
you're
that it's a
absolutely
pointless,
correct.
argument just falls flat on its face, right? With the very action of you being here.
Well, okay. The reason is that it's ridiculous.
It's not, though.
Then
It's
prove
not.
it with your debate skills.
Go ahead.
I mean, we could give you.
We
a
got to
week
stop
do
interrupting her.
research
We
on
got to
it.
stop interrupting everybody if we're going to keep this thing progressing. But it's ridiculous because why, Robin?
Robin, you have the stage.
Okay, but there is unlimited. Well, okay, unlimited. There is unimaginably huge amounts of research that has been done on this very topic since before Galileo.
Appeal to authority fallacy. You're a debate
Appeal
teacher,
to
right?
Galileo is an appeal to authority
Give me an
fallacy.
experiment
Wouldn't
by
it be?
Galileo that proves the globe.
I'd have to look it up. Like I said, I did not come in here with a full constructive case on why the earth is round.
Perhaps you should do your homework next time, Robin.
Perhaps I should. Why don't you give me all of your
I am. I'd like
peer-reviewed
to ask you a question.
research on why the Earth is flat?
May I ask you
Go.
a question? Did
Guys,
you
really
keep
picking on
mentioning
this
your
nice
father?
lady
Let
here.
me, Globey, welcome.
Did
Just
seem
give
a
me
little bit
second.
ganged up, didn't it?
You're a little picking
Yeah, we
on
don't
her,
want to
man.
gang Robin up. Robin, did
We
your
ain't
father ever
ganging up
show
on
you?
Robin. We're being
Oh,
very
I can
nice,
handle
Globey,
it.
and
We
you
are being
know it.
nice.
Come on.
Now she's got to help her. Robin, did your father ever show you any actual pictures of space? I know we saw CGI. Everyone in the world saw CGI. But did you have access to classified documents or actual pictures that no one else sees? Is that why
Okay,
you believe him?
so I was like birth until 17. So no, I did not have access to classified documents.
Did he ever talk to you more than a half an hour about his job?
Yes, he did, because he was in thermodynamics and he explained to me what he did.
What is thermodynamics, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not educated. I want to learn.
Oh, do you?
Yes, thermodynamics. What exactly is that?
Well,
It's nothing
what
but
he described to me
thermodynamics.
at my very young age, so he described it to me as a child, and I have not studied thermodynamics.
Do you recall anything he mentioned to you about it?
Well, I'm trying to talk, but you're
Go ahead.
interrupting me.
Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
He's not. He's trying to, yeah.
He explained to me that he had to work on keeping the outside and inside of the spacecraft to a temperature where A, it wouldn't burn up on the outside, and B, the astronauts wouldn't die on the inside.
Okay. Did he ever speak with you about moon, the stars, and the planets, or no?
Well, I mean, not like, I mean, what do you mean? I mean,
Did he talk about the
we
moon?
both knew they were there. We didn't have to like prove things to each other.
So he didn't speak with you about the moon, not a specific conversation about the moon, yeah?
Like, what about the moon?
Like,
All right,
on-
guys. Not to interrupt, but I will be right back. Keep the discourse friendly. Remember the rules behind you. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Well, like,
Robin,
what about the moon? What about the
Like-
moon, Nevin?
like stories that he perhaps heard at work from the astronauts that were there. You know, it's his workplace. Like, yeah, we had lunch with, say, Buzz Aldrin's assistant, and they were talking about that time they were at the moon. Nothing like that, right? No moon conversations, no planet conversations, just thermodynamics or injections or whatever it is you said.
Well, no, I mean, you know, there were lots of things going on. I mean, I can remember the day that the Challenger blew up. He was very upset. I remember that day very
By the
well.
way, by the way,
Your dad
people
worked
just
with my
40
grandpa.
that were on the
That
Challenger are
is
all alive.
100%. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because my grandpa worked on the fuel system for the Challenger. So
By the way, Robin, I want to give you some good news. The people that were on the Challenger are alive and well, except one who passed away from natural causes. Each and every single person that was on that ship, spaceship, is alive. They're doing well. So you don't
Actually,
have to.
they're not.
Yes, they
And
And
are.
he was
not.
very
Oh,
upset. And it
Actually,
was a
stop
bad
spreading
day.
bullshit. No, they're not. Stop
Welcome.
spreading bullshit.
Globey,
That's
come
It
on,
was
you
a
know they
very
are.
bad day.
These people
And one
died
of
and
my
they're sitting
best
here
friends
bullshitting that they're alive. That's
was
not
I'll
okay.
send you video
also,
proof,
no,
Globey. If
I
you
don't need video
don't.
proof. I've seen all your
One of
bullshit.
my
3 of
very
them were the
best childhood
siblings.
friends was
and no
on
swearing, by the way.
that
He said no swearing. So
documentary about the Challenger. Don't you dare say those people didn't.
well, if you're gonna cry, man, just have a good night because this isn't a place to cry. You were debating us earlier. By the way, Globey, welcome.
Traumatic.
You were swearing, Globey. Is there a reason you were swearing?
I said bullshit. Are you offended by the word bullshit?
The host said, try to keep it. It might get the lob in
I
trouble.
don't care.
He brought you up and he said, keep it cordial, bro.
I am being cordial. I said what
So-
you said is bullshit. I wasn't.
What?
Deal with it.
Okay,
We're all
so
adults here.
I want you to provide me.
okay, Globey. Come
provide
on, bro.
me with facts.
Come on.
Then.
Come on. Hey, what?
Okay.
Hey, Globey. Imagine this. What if the Earth really is flat, and we cast you out of society for being such a prick?
right?
I hope so, man. I hope
What?
you do. I hope
What
you
the
do.
hell happened? I was
sorry.
gone for
I don't
2
mean
minutes, and then we've
being
devolved
an
into ad
asshole.
homs and
It's only
this.
been the past 15
Well, he
seconds.
said
Don't
everybody
worry.
on the
Sorry.
everybody on the Challenger that
I'll be
died was
chill.
alive,
Like,
and I said that's bullshit.
well,
All right, just for the sake of keeping the conversation progressive and not getting my thing banned from TikTok, because this is a pretty big platform,
And Robin was
let's try to
fine.
avoid the contention of they or didn't they die issues, right? I won't give my opinion on it just in case.
I know your opinion.
He made Robin cry.
Our Earth is bigger says she cried. I told you to kick her. I think those were fake tears, as a matter of fact. I don't think she cried for real, but that's just my opinion. This isn't a place to cry. We're having a debate.
All right,
Listen, we're having a debate. You come up, you want to debate, you don't cry. All right? I'm not crying.
There's no crying in debate.
There isn't no crying in debate. So if she's crying, then, have a good day, Robin.
Well, she lived that life.
I hope you have a
where
better night, Robin. It doesn't have to be that serious.
Well, maybe you should put yourself in other people's shoes, because she
I
lived
have,
that life.
man.
She was
I
very
have
close
put
to it.
myself- Look, I served
Her
this
family
country,
was
brother.
involved in
I
it,
did
and she was
more
very
for
close
this
to it. And you
country
just
than
said
you'll ever do,
everybody
so
that
I put myself in
unalived
the
was
shoes,
not.
brother.
So.
Look, you don't know who you're talking to.
I respectfully request that we move on from this particular topic.
Sure. I joined because you guys were talking about not seeing curvature. Have you ever seen Kip Douglas's rocket launch, private rocket launch to 300,000 feet?
I believe I have.
Okay, so that was clearly curvature. What do we say about that?
Was it a rectilinear lens?
Certainly was.
Sure.
It was an M12.
How can you prove that,
It was an
Globey?
M12, 4.35 millimeter M12 rectilinear lens, and I can prove that to you.
Okay.
Hey, Globey. Hey,
Can you make me bigger, Tribune? I'll show it.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Hey, Globey, you said to kick level because he's sleeping. Hey, Globey, can you tell me?
I thought I heard snoring, man. I don't know.
Hey, Globey, can you tell me if the bending and warping of space-time, general relativity, is physical or theoretical?
Oh my God, with your nonsense questions.
Show me how light bends up.
Which is it, physical or theoretical?
They're just barely starting to be able to make rectilinear lenses, right? And make them good.
No, that's not true at all. The first lenses were rectilinear.
Whoa, bro. I mean, come on.
How do I get my freaking green screen off?
Hey,
There's
Globey,
no true rectilinear lens.
Hey, Globey, is general relativity, bending and warping space-time physical or theoretical?
Stop gish galloping, level. No, he's changing the subject. So if you'd like to talk about that, we can talk about that after. So here's the video.
There should be a simple answer, right?
No,
Well, I agree with Globey on at least stick to the topic and then move on, right?
You know what he's You know what he's doing, Seek. Stop acting silly. Okay.
So I have actual evidence of a rectilinear lens, and you can see that it's fully convex. It's not Globey?
It's convexed. Oh my God.
Let him play the video, because you'll be able to see the distortion in the video while he's trying to explain it to us.
Exactly. So here's the rectilinear lens he used. Here's the lens he used. Here's the testing of the camera. Okay. You can watch this whole thing if you want. Here's the test, but this is the launch over here, and this is the proof that it's...
Okay, so I need you to pause frame when it's upside down, right? Or does he never get upside down so you can't tell if it's a convex lens?
Sure you can. It doesn't matter if it's upside down, but there is a part where
he has to get upside down to fully tell if that's a convex lens.
No, it just has to be at... The horizon has to be at the bottom or the top of the screen to see if it's a rectilinear lens.
No, sir, because it'll give you your bias if it's not upside down. So if it goes upside down and it curves the other direction, it's not a rectilinear lens.
Just listen. Can I just show what the hell
proves it is? Which is what I think you know.
Just listen, and then you can retort, okay? But listen.
But does it go upside down?
Robert,
yes, it goes upside down.
Great.
Okay, then we'll be able to see.
Okay, so there it was just upside down. Hold on, let me try to pause it.
Hey,
why did he cut it?
Hey guys,
it's not cut. I just paused it.
How long are we going to put up with video and photos of fake outer space? They've been
Level, we asked for it, man. Come on.
This since the 1950s.
You asked for the video
They've
level.
been doing this
Who's
since
the guy's name? Globey?
Kip Douglas. Kip Douglas. Okay, so now if this was a wide-angle lens, or if this was a wide-angle lens or a fisheye lens, this would be concave right now.
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Yes, it certainly would. Okay, it's
Guys,
curved. It's curved
guys,
literally the whole time.
They've been doing this
It's
to
curved
us
at
for
the top.
63 years.
It's curved at the bottom.
63 years.
Did you
they've
just
been
say
doing this
Kip
to us.
Douglas or Chip Douglas? Are you playing a cable guy joke on me?
I wish I was, because I should be
All
watching
right,
the
so if
Mandalorian.
you were to actually
Okay,
play
watch.
that whole video, you would see all the barrel distortion and everything going on. Like that's not even
What's this
good enough
guy's name?
evidence. You're freeze
Melodome.
framing.
Melodome.
Well,
If
you
this
can
was
play
barrel
that
I've seen this
whole
distortion,
video.
if
I've
this
had
was
play that
barrel
whole video.
distortion, it
video.
would be concave. It would be
When you play
concave if
that
this was
whole
barrel
video
distortion.
through the whole
Sure,
time,
I'll play it all through, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So this
it'll
is a
show
video.
that it'll show
Check this
the
out.
right there the curvature being
concave.
opposite. Go, hold on. Go, oh, there it
That's the
is.
opposite way. Isn't it?
I
Is
know
that
we're
not
having
a
fun in this
lens
party,
that
but let's try
distorts?
not to talk over each other, right?
Is
What's
that
wrong
not a
with this?
lens that
What's wrong with
distorts?
this?
Go back a couple
That's
seconds.
distorted, bro.
There's no Kip Douglas that.
Go back a couple. Oh, what is that, dude?
That
Go
certainly
back
looks
a couple more
distorted.
seconds.
Yeah, I know, guys, because I changed the video. This is the
You-
video
did you
that
mean
you guys
Dude,
like
come
to
on,
show.
man.
Watch this.
Come on.
Look, this is the video that you guys like
Like
to
the
show to
cable
prove
guy?
it's flat. No, listen. This is the little
this a
piggy
joke?
flight. This is the little piggy balloon at 121,000 feet. This is the one you guys show.
I can't
to prove
verify
it's
the
flat.
credibility of this guy, and like I hate.
I
to
have never
repeat it.
shown that video once in my life.
You guys all show this video. It has the rod in front. The
I've never
problem
seen
is you
that
guys
video.
never
But-
show. You guys never show the point where the balloon pops.
I never show because I wouldn't
Never seen
learn
that.
how it's curved the
Watch.
opposite way.
Yeah, exactly. You guys never show this. So this is what a wide angle lens or a fisheye does, right? It over exaggerates the curve at the top. Okay.
Hey, Pete. Hey,
Now
guys.
tell me where I'm
every-
wrong. Just listen to this and tell me
All
where I'm wrong.
lenses curve things.
Hey,
Now,
guys.
when
This
the-
is
All
fourth
lenses.
grade stuff. Globey is telling us fourth grade stuff.
Yeah, because you don't
We've
understand.
seen
it.
this-
right
So here
there,
we go.
right there.
We've seen
Did
this
you
for
see
six-
me convex the other
Oh.
direction? What are we talking
Is that
about?
not a
Globey?
camera?
60
Is
Oh
that
my
not a
God.
That's a
lens
camera
creating
trick.
distortion right there?
I wish I was recording this, guys. I know
You guys
that.
need to be quicker. He just
This-
said he switched the video.
You guys,
All right,
like
switch it
literally
again then.
troubling is the only person paying attention. This video is a fisheye lens. This is what
62
happens with the
years,
fisheye
guys.
lens. It concaves the horizon
depends
at
on
the
the
bottom of
lens.
the screen.
I
This
agree.
is what, right? This is what a fisheye does. Okay. This other video that I was showing the first time, this one, Kip Douglas's, is not doing that. It is curved the
62
whole
years,
Can I
time.
get the information on
Right,
this guy?
show
so I
the
can check
video
his
where it
credit?
spins upside
Check out
down
his
in that
study
video.
here.
You want to see it upside
Please?
down? What is that going to prove?
60
Check
That's
it
what
out
the
here.
other video
Kip
did,
Douglas.
man.
Chat, if you guys
Okay,
could
so
help me
here it's
out, look
upside
up
down.
Kip,
It's still curved
Chip
properly.
Douglas going to space in a rocket. Like, what do I look up?
Kip Douglas rocket launch. I don't think he
That's
only
what I
did
just
one.
looked up. I got nothing.
Dude, it's Kip. Okay. It's 56 miles above Earth. Search for that.
Is this
He
a
went to-
SpaceX thing?
No, he's a private dude who made a rocket in his fucking garage. Sorry, I
Guys, they've
cursed.
been doing this
I'm not
to us
seeing
for
anything.
62
Dude, I'm not.
years.
All right,
even messing
one
with
more
you.
interruption. I'm going to start exercising that mute button. So we
Okay.
got to try not to talk over each other so we can get through it. Nobody's really talking that long, right? So there shouldn't be any reason to interrupt anybody.
So at no point was this horizon doing any wonky stuff and bending opposite ways and looking like a funhouse mirror. It was always curved, and whether it's the top or the bottom or the middle of the frame, it's always curved. This was a rectilinear lens, as I just showed you the difference between the two.
Why
Right.
doesn't it have as much curve as the NASA videos?
It depends on what lens you're looking through.
Oh, okay. So
Hey,
now
folks.
we've established that different lenses have different curve.
Of course
paths,
they
right?
do. That's why I'm showing you a rectilinear lens, because NASA uses a lot of GoPros.
Is there a true rectilinear lens, Globey?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
this one.
Did you invent it? Because are you getting the Nobel Prize or something? They're working on this. You know that, right?
Oh my God, dude. You're telling me there's no such thing as a rectilinear lens?
Hey,
A
folks.
true rectilinear lens with no.
Okay, so there's no such
obstruction
thing
from-
as zero distortion. Is that what you mean? Zero distortion?
Folks, they've been
Yes.
doing this to us for 60
I'll say that there's so much distortion in that video. The first video you tried to show us where you claimed there was curvature, but
This
there's
is the
so much
video I showed
distortion.
you.
That camera's moving around so much in that video.
Where?
And you can see the distortion within the center of
Where?
the lens. in the center. When you play that whole video all the way through, drop the
so
link in the
dishonest,
chat.
man.
People can watch
You're
that
so
whole video
dishonest,
all the way
Mello.
through. I went and did it. You see distortion through that whole
I'm playing it right
video.
now. Where's the distortion? It's always curved. The normal, how much it should be.
You can't
curved.
see it through this and watching it through TikTok.
Oh,
If you
gotta watch
watch
it through
you will
special
see the
eyes that
barrel
you're lying
distortion.
about, huh?
That camera is moving around too much to
Mello.
show any true curvature.
What's this? What is this?
So you say a private entity.
This is why you
shot
guys are
that
so
image.
dishonest, man. There's
credibility.
no
A
videos of
private-
curvature.
hold
Then
on,
you show
I am
you
asking you
show
a
you a video
question.
of curvature, and you just
I'm
Okay,
say
so
asking a question,
one
Globey.
video
Can
you're
I get
trying to claim
credibility
people
to
are
this
in denial,
video,
bro.
Or did you make it?
All right, what was your question?
Globey,
What was up?
I'm asking a question.
Well, it's
So
1
a
on 10,
private
dude, so
entity shot that video, and you're using it as proof
I'm
of
showing
a
you
globe.
what a
correct?
rectilinear
Maybe
lens
because he
looks like.
still hasn't
No.
been able to provide where this
Can you-
video.
That's correct.
came
Oh
from.
my God,
Can I
guys,
get the link?
hold on.
Hey.
2 seconds.
Sorry.
I'm asking
Dial it back,
Globey a
Jesus.
question.
Everybody's
I can't
talking.
tell you. I
Tip
can't
that
tell you
Globey.
any more than the title of the video, bro. If you can't handle YouTube,
No,
then you
I'm
don't belong
asking.
in
You
this
I
said
didn't.
conversation.
Douglas, not Duragul or
Globey.
Durana. I can't.
This
yeah,
is
hold
this
on.
is Seek talking to
Yeah, I know,
Globey.
Seek. What's up?
You're using a person
Yep.
that put a private whatever up there
Yes.
and shot a private video with
Thank
that
you.
lens.
Yes. Because
Okay.
unlike the balloons that we've seen, this one is a rectilinear lens.
Okay.
For sure.
So what about people that shoot rockets up? Private people that shoot rockets up that prove it's flat.
They never
What's the
have done
difference?
it. They never have done it. They might have
Yes, they
sent
have.
balloons up, not rockets, balloons.
Yo, there's a
No one
really
sent
really
a rocket
private
up
rocket company
and
that
proved
shot up a
the Earth
rocket
was
that
flat, but
stopped
they
at
have
the
sent one
firmament.
up
No, it
to
did not
prove
stop at the firmament.
curvature.
Oh, it did.
No, it didn't. Seek. That was the
Yes,
Go
it
Fast.
did.
That was the Go Fast rocket, and it did not stop at the firmament.
It
Never high enough.
instantaneously
Oh, I think
stopped.
people
Yeah,
have been
it-
high enough
300,000
to
feet.
think the Earth is
All right,
flat.
can I respond to his comment?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let
That
Robin
was a
explain how
positive claim
debate
that the
works.
rocket.
Because I'm assuming.
But what would be the reason for the cables not being able to deploy because it's spinning too fast?
And how fast should the rocket stop spinning if it was in space?
So a rocket spins at roughly 365,000 kilometers an hour. And you think just some cables that are going to deploy are going to counteract that spin?
What did you just do? A quick
that
Google?
sound
No,
plausible?
do not act like
I
you
don't know about
understand this.
those numbers, Globey, but I know that if
So-
something's
so-
shot out of a
1,000
rocket
miles an hour.
instantaneously, it wouldn't stop
Okay.
instantaneously.
It does. It
I have the
rotates.
actual video, and I want to show you guys that there was no cables that flung out of the rocket launch, so you
Oh,
guys can
please
watch it
do
right
show
here.
us, because then I'll show you where it does, and then we have to.
Wait, okay, wait, hold on.
So if we
Why
have
don't
two
you guys-
different videos
you
of the
can
same
test
thing,
this.
It's
Why don't you
not.
sp-
The flat
spin in
earthers
your
don't
chair.
show the whole
You want-
video.
Wait,
you want-
2,500, 2,500 miles per hour. Sorry.
So
So-
you can test this out, guys. If you spin in your computer chair,
Yep.
Let's
keep your
just
arms in,
watch.
you'll spin really
Let's just
fast. You
watch
put your
the
arms
video
out,
first.
you'll slow down. It's the
Hello,
same
let's just
concept.
watch the video first. Let's just watch the video first.
Yeah, go ahead.
let's do it. Yeah, that's the one.
Sure is.
Where are the cables?
It's in the next shot.
Oh.
It's in the next shot?
Yeah, they show you from the side. They show you a different angle from the side,
Hold
bro.
on. 1 second. The rocket did a 360-degree sprint.
What?
Twice.
What are you talking about?
720 degree.
I have a question. So if it hit
What-
the firmament,
What are you talking about? Keep playing the video.
Let's address this for a second. Let's address this for a second. Let's address it. Let's look at it.
Yeah, keep playing it.
Hold on.
Globey, let's play it like it was on the surface of the Earth, and you were spinning it with your air gun on a table in your shop. You were
Yes.
making something spin that fast, and then you shot
Well,
off
let's
some
say-
cables
Let's say
and made
there's a
it stop. Would it rotate? Would it keep rotating, or would it stop instantly?
It depends. Depends
Hold on.
on
Let's
the
say-
length and the
let's
weight
say
of the
there's a-
cables.
But dude, come on, you got to think about this.
I
If it
just
was-
told you.
If it was in
physics.
space, what is going to stop it?
Momentum. It's just momentum.
It's just
not.
gonna shoot those
Oh my
cables in the direction that it's
Right.
spinning, right?
It shoots the cables
Okay,
in the
so-
opposite direction that it's spinning, so it
So it
counters the
stops
momentum.
instantly with those cables.
Yes, and I can show you the video of it being tested, and I can show you the video as soon as I find it.
All right, let's see it.
I think there's
Right.
also a
Wait,
design document in
wait,
that launch.
guys.
Here,
Wait. The
I'll show you the
rocket
real
does
video. I know
spin
Max
300
wants to show me the Stockard video, but I'll show you the real video.
You can also look up, I
Okay,
think,
so-
the design document that goes fast.
It's just
That's
not
not the
Stockard.
video.
It's just
Hey,
cut
Globey,
short.
that's not the video.
It's after this part. Relax. This is the yo-yo D-spin device. This is showing you how it works. Okay.
That's
Just so every just watch.
Aerospace, bro.
Just
Globey,
watch.
this has
Aerospace.
nothing
Spin
to
of
do with what we're talking
satellites,
about.
not rockets. This is dishonest. This is
That's
not
CGI.
rockets.
That's CGI.
Stefan had something that
Can
he
you
wanted to
explain
address.
that,
He's been
Globey?
trying to get in there for a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and give him the
Yeah.
floor for just a
You
moment.
got-
I assume it's related.
You guys can't even wait 5 seconds to watch the freaking video. I
No,
love it.
Globey, bro, what your video you're about to show has nothing to do with what we were talking
This
about.
is the Go Fast rocket, dude. I'm literally
That
showing
is
it to
not
you.
the
It's right
launch of the
here.
Go Fast. That is.
This is
that
it.
Yes, that is. Yes,
All I'm
that is.
doing, like, you can't even like. This is why I hate talking to you guys. I really do.
No, bro.
Like,
you
I'm
don't
just
hate
trying
talking
to-
me.
I'm just trying to demonstrate to you how the yo-yo D-spin device works. This is how it
That
works.
Is not
Okay.
how it works. In
Hey,
And
What
you know what,
you
Globey,
guys
I
do,
agree
right?
with you on this. I think that is what happened with that rocket. You know,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't
So
think it
this,
hit a
this whole
firmament.
drum.
Did you get
This
this
whole
right
drum.
off of flatearth.com?
All right, let's watch.
No,
Let's
wait,
watch
no,
the
wait,
end.
wait.
That's the only reference that I could find.
Let me just finish watching this. All right.
Yeah. I got a question.
Flatearth.com.
They
You were
use
the
it
worst
for
at Googling.
satellites. They use it for satellites.
And
But I need
rockets,
to
sounding
put light
rockets.
on that
All right, here's the end of the video that they don't show you, okay? Now, we just saw it. I slow it down so you can see it again. Watch here. Okay, this is when it's spinning, and then they deploy it right there. Did you see the cable? Right there.
Or that's
There it is.
There's
That's
nothing that
parachute.
can do this to a rocket.
That's a
There's
UFO,
nothing that
bro.
can do that to a rocket,
Okay.
bro.
Now, here's it again.
goal
Here's
of
the,
that objective
Okay.
was to
That's the
launch a
sky
rocket
actually
the highest any
you
civilian
literally
group has
see
ever
in the
done.
Go Fast footage that the flat earthers cut off the end part, this part. They always cut this part out. There's the deploy of the D-spin cable right there.
So it says that
Parachute.
the yo-yo D-spin mechanisms are only used in spacecraft, like
Dude,
like
You're literally the
in
worst Googler
satellite.
ever, bro. No offense.
Dude,
Dude,
wait,
look up-
Objective,
I'm not, dude, show me where you found that they use these.
the
Yo-yo,
objective of
D-spin.
that
I have a question. You guys
Sounding
were thinking that
Hold on.
the conservation of momentum that doesn't even work. What is it?
This is from UP Aerospace. This is not from some random flat earther. This is from UP Aerospace. What the hell are you talking about, Globey?
What am I talking about? I can't help that you guys can't do a Google search. Sounding rockets deploy yo-yo D-spin to cables all the time. Yes, satellites use them
Where
as
is
well,
it, bro?
but rockets use.
I'm
I just showed you one.
For satellites, they
No,
use them.
Which-
Really?
I literally just showed you one, and you're
Why
denying
would
it.
What does it have to do with like the shape of the Earth, this rocket right here? You know,
Thank you, Melodome.
You showed me one. You didn't show me this
Oh,
one.
because
right
they
here.
said you guys claim the rocket hit the firmament, and I'm
I don't
destroying
claim
that by
though.
showing
I don't
you it
ever
was
claim
not.
that.
Well, Seek
Oh,
said
you're
it.
showing us something else. You're not showing us from
yeah,
the
I did
actual
say
clip.
that.
Is that what you're
But
saying?
you can't prove me wrong because
I just proved you wrong.
No, you didn't.
How,
You didn't
okay,
prove
so
the
you
video wrong,
claimed
bro.
hold on. Let's start from the beginning. You claim that the rocket stopped because it hit the firmament. So you can't actually like show the firmament, right? You're
Neither
just
can
assuming because it stopped, it hit something.
Dude, this is a Facebook meme that is supposedly trying to debunk flat Earth, dude. That's the only reference that I can find.
Get off Facebook.
I would say my argument has more
is where
merit
it
than
led
the other.
me.
Because what is going to, you think some cable shooting out of a rocket are going to stop a rocket instantly from spinning in space?
What does space have to do with it? It's momentum. It's not using air.
What friction is what? Or okay, so
It's not using friction. It's
what
just
air is in space.
What
fraction of momentum or friction is going to stop this thing from spinning?
Spin in your chair, keep your arms tucked in, you spin really fast, and then extend your arms out as far as possible. And tell us
and do that in space.
Really? Is that a rocket? Can you scale that to a rocket?
So you guys think when an ice skater, a figure skater who's doing one of those really fast spins and they tuck themselves in to make themselves spin faster
on the surface?
You think that's wind resistance? Or is it changing their center of mass?
I don't see no rope, Globey. You're lying, bro. I don't see no rope. I don't see nothing, bro.
No, don't change. I just asked a question.
This is pretty logical to me.
Yeah, it's center of changing your center of mass. If you make yourself wider, you have to change your momentum.
Yes, but do those ice skaters, when they put their arms out, stop instantly?
If they had 20-pound dumbbells in their hands, yes, they would.
All right, then show me that ice skater stopping instantly with 20-pound dumbbells.
Really wide or are they really thin? And
Find you your unicorn because you don't understand physics. I can't help you.
Globey, you know I understand physics.
I don't.
Not
this one. You don't.
In a parking lot, and it was very small.
Okay, so say I had an airbag in my backpack and in the front of me that shot out instantaneously 20-pound dumbbells each way as I was spinning on an ice rink. Is it going to stop me almost instantaneously as I'm spinning on ice?
It depends on how heavy the thing is, dude.
Thank you. No, it won't.
What are we talking about?
But it does in space. It does in space, though.
So you don't understand physics, man. Just say it.
No, you don't understand physics. I just gave you an example, man, and you said it depends.
Can I interject with something?
To you about how
Come on, man. Let's have an honest debate here. Let's not talk
unless you have an opposite.
Let's not talk. Well, it depends. Let's talk. Hey, if you're on the surface of the Earth or you're in space, how is it possible? Let's talk that.
I think the flat Earth did that to you on purpose there.
So, would you admit there's less resistance at 120,000 feet versus on the surface of the Earth?
Do you spin slower when you extend your arms out if you're spinning in your chair? Just tell us that.
Yeah, of course.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of air? Or tell us why you think that happens.
There is more resistance.
So you think it's the drag from you spinning in your chair?
Yes, at the surface of the Earth, absolutely.
Okay, so this is where we understand.
All right, now tell me why it's different in space.
You're describing the fact.
Tell me why it's different in space.
It's the same
exact not.
Physics.
Why?
Because it doesn't require friction.
Okay,
no,
so
friction
how
isn't involved.
How does the cable ball shooting out different in space than it is on Earth?
It's not. It would work if it was on the surface of Earth. I just showed you an example of it on the surface of Earth. Like this is the surface of Earth.
Yeah, but that's not an actual video, bro.
Oh,
There's no rope.
There's no rope? What's all this rope-looking stuff? What's all that rope-looking stuff that comes off of it?
Rocket, Globey. You're not understanding English or what? Where is it?
You guys are the worst deniers I've ever seen in my life. Here it is. I just showed you the rope. You want to see it again? I'll gladly keep showing you this rope right here with the weight at the end. I'll keep showing it. I'll show it over and over again until you just deny it.
Let's
Here it is again.
Let's talk about
Globey, what if that's
how the stars never change throughout the years.
No, I love this topic, man. I love watching
curvature
them,
we never
everything.
observed. We can launch rockets off of flat Earth. I know there's some flat earthers that think like rockets are fake and shit, but to me, this sounds logical what Globey's saying, and I'd like to like talk about the shape
Rockets
of
are
the
real.
Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Are these cables, Max?
Absolutely.
Are these cables?
Where is their physical measured
Can you show the title
curvature
of the video?
of this
The
Earth?
fast rocket one?
Here's the cables. Are these cables?
Globey, all I'm saying
Can you
is,
show
what the hell
title
would
of the
stop
video
it
if it's
that
fast
fast?
rocket one?
A very long cable. The longer the cable, the
Prove
more
they
effective
actually
the
use
cable
those
is.
in rockets.
Yes, but
because that's the only
okay,
reference
so
I'm
say that
I
finding.
just
cable's a
showed you
mile
2
long.
videos of it being
Awesome.
used,
On the
dude.
same rocket.
Those were 2 different rockets. This one's orange.
on.
This one's
Hey,
orange.
Come on, dude. I just looked up the same information you're trying to show, so don't try to deceive me.
You're just
You
being
can
willfully
deceive the
ignorant.
chat, but yeah, like,
Everyone can
come
watch you
on.
being willfully ignorant. That's cool.
Whatever, bro.
Whatever, bro.
I mean,
Well, I'm just, I couldn't find any credible source to like. Fine.
What's a credible source?
That's fine.
What would be a credible source to you? And I'll look it up for you.
Not Facebook, not a meme dragging
About
you to
what?
a meme of where they're testing this in a parking lot, right?
What do you want to see?
I want to see this on an actual rocket, like that.
I just showed you 2, bro. I just showed you 2.
Production shit.
I just showed you 2 rockets deploying them.
So, go ahead, Curvature. Nope.
You keep asking me to show you something that I showed you twice already.
Because you're seeing stuff that I'm not finding. That's why.
All right, whatever.
So
The
you
funny
gotta
thing
show
is
it
that
if I can't find it, right?
once we move beyond the size of like sounding rockets, you start getting to like space agencies and private space companies, and then you guys shift your blame towards it's NASA lies. It's all CGI.
But if you guys have all the information and all of the truth, right, it should be very easy for you. And if we're so
It is
nonsensical,
It's
okay,
so
but-
easy that
well,
the
then
only
why
thing you guys have to say
always
is
try to
not
shift burden? That
That's how
doesn't make
easy it
any
is.
sense.
I
That
showed
doesn't-
you I showed you a 300,000-foot rocket launch with a rectilinear lens. I showed you that it's not distorting the horizon, no matter where that horizon is on the frame of the shot.
And I
And you-
rebutted and gave you back the burden of the claim.
Okay,
you just said no, bro.
Globey, your yo-yo tool shows the rope circling around the rocket on your example that you just showed us. I'm just looking at it. You don't
On
see
both.
the rocket. You don't see the yo-yo D-spin tool spinning around the rocket that you see from the GoFest. Where
Yes,
is
you
it?
do. You see, I showed it. How many times do I got to show it? Oh my lord!
You didn't show the one from the GoFest rocket, bro.
Yes, I certainly did. I just showed you. This
No,
is it.
you did not, bro. I showed it to you like a bunch of times, man. Here I go again, showing it to you again. Look,
Here it is, right
look,
here.
this
I'm
from
showing the same video.
Aerospace, bro.
Okay, now why
Yeah.
did this rocket turn orange all of a sudden?
So what website are you on?
Hey, where is this? Where's the rope, bro?
It's
Where is it spinning around this?
when they show you the second. There's 2 cameras on it.
You know there's different camera angles.
There's 2 camera angles.
Look how the rope spins around it. Hold on.
Yeah,
bro.
you're right. There's
You're
the
being
testing of it.
disingenuous.
Globey,
Look
assuming
how
there's
the
2
rope spins
camera
around
angles.
it.
Facebook too, I guarantee it.
All right,
What
everybody.
Assuming there's 2 camera angles.
I'm not assuming. They show you in the video. They changed their fucking
Look at
camera.
how
I
the
think
rope
the flat
spins
Earth
around.
Hey,
Look at how the rope spins around it, bro. It doesn't spin. It doesn't do the same thing, bro. You're a liar,
Yes,
bro.
it does. It
doesn't do the
spins
same
around
thing.
the rocket, Max.
It's completely pointless and you right if the rocket slows down above the Earth surface of the Earth or not. So regardless of if you agree or disagree, it really doesn't matter. That's why I kind of wanted, like Melodome said, to shift to another more productive point. I would just say to the flat earthers who disagree, I would just say that it is possible to slow yourself down by extending something out, and it has nothing to do with the wind resistance. That I do agree with that point. It's not wind resistance, although that's a little small factor, but it's so insignificant compared to the they call it center of mass shift, but it's just I don't know what exactly they call it. It doesn't really matter. It's a phenomenon that we observe, and it's not the wind resistance doing it. So
I
it's just the
agree.
same
What
thing.
causes it instantly.
Thank you for agreeing. Now I'll just end on this.
It's just a bold. It's
Max,
just a bold
Max,
claim that
hold on,
I'm
just-
getting the information from.
Here, I'm just going to end on this, okay? Here's the Go Fast rocket launch from Up Aerospace. They're the ones that launched it.
That's exactly the video I have. Yes.
Here's their video. Okay, here's their entire
It
video.
should-
Oh.
no, wait,
Now-
bro.
Can
you
we
should
not
see it
talk for
now.
just fucking can you just let him finish his last little point
No.
and then interject,
They
and then
can't.
counter it?
They just can't do it. All right, so here's the first camera angle looking down towards the Earth. Okay, now we just saw the rocket stop, or pretty much stop. It's still turning a little. Okay, now later on in the video, they show you a different camera angle. I'm going to fast forward a bit. They're just showing it again. And now we get this camera angle from the side, looking out the side of the rocket, not down, right? This is a side view angle. Okay, now in a few seconds, you're going to see the cable deploy, as I told you. But why don't, flat earthers never show this half of the video because they don't care to. But
Why would I show the parachute?
Look at
it's
that
not-
local sun.
there is no parachutes after this. Okay, once it stops spinning, which is right about here, you're going to see the cable deploy, which I showed you in my video. I just slowed it down so everyone can see it, but we'll watch it right on YouTube, I guess.
Damn, that's definitely not a reptilian.
Right there. We just saw it. Right there. Oh, do you see it? I'll see
Go
if I
to
can-
where it stops spinning.
I'm
and
trying.
then-
You're going to see it
Alright.
stop spinning, and you're going to see a cable flash by real quick. I'll try to get the frame. That was really hard.
Globey, it's obviously sky ice being chipped off in the
So-
firmament.
Most rockets.
Oh, right there. God damn, it's very hard to catch. I know you guys seen that or what?
I saw it.
All
I
right,
saw it.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So there's the cable. I'll show it in full speed again. The cable's right there. Whoop, it flashes real quick.
I saw it.
It just spins around the rocket. You're only seeing it from one side angle, and that pretty much stopped the rocket. Not completely, but mostly from spinning. Okay, next subject. Thank you. That was
So you think
painful.
you're right because
So
of that?
does it start going the
No,
other
it didn't hit the firmament. I just showed you why it stopped.
You
Right,
showed
you're
you showed it stopping, and then you showed the cable. You didn't show the
And he-
cable, then it's stopping.
We'll do it again.
He politely offered to move on to the subjects, and you pulled him right back in.
It's all right.
Let's just move
Right
on.
as it stops,
Let's
you
move
see
on.
the
We
cable.
beat this horse to death.
Yeah, we'll
Hey.
beat
To
it. We'll
death.
keep beating it. Because the
To death.
denial, I love hearing the denial, the constant denial. I love hearing it.
Okay, well, if you're just getting
Oh,
off on
there's
it,
the
then,
cable.
like,
What
I'm just telling you, I
it
couldn't
stopped
find any
before
other
the cable,
information.
right?
No, what happens is the cable deploys, and before the
Oh my
rocket
God.
starts, before it stops spinning, the cable's already spinning around it. You're seeing like the last few turns of the cable. That's all you're seeing.
Okay.
So again, I can show you the cable. I can show you how it works on Earth. I can show you it working on rockets, not only this one, but a different rocket. Now you please show me the firmament that it hit.
Who's got the video?
This is the video here. You want me to replay it from the beginning, and you can show me the firmament. Okay,
Show
what
us the
point-
curvature, bro.
Here's it spinning. Okay, so where's the firmament?
You're looking down. You're not going to see it, right?
Well, you guys claim.
Yeah, let's
you
move
guys
on from
claim.
this shit point. Yeah.
You guys
please.
claim this is hitting the firmament, and that's why it stopped.
But none of this proves the globe around, really. So let's just move on.
Hold
from
on,
this
hold
shit.
on, wait. But
wasn't my
you have
point.
to say, you have to admit that this is not a
Doesn't prove a
video of the
globe,
rocket hitting a
doesn't prove
firmament.
a flat
Just
Earth.
admit that you were wrong
It really
about the
doesn't.
firmament.
It was just a question of maybe it hit something. But if you've got some whimsical way to explain it, then fine. You know what I mean?
That's
We
all
can
we're
move
talking
on to
about here.
something
But you
that
guys,
actually will dismantle your model.
you guys
Because I
fight
see what
every
you're
point
trying to
as
do.
as if the existence of a yo-yo cable disproves flat Earth somehow. It doesn't. It's just this one point that you guys make,
No, I get it. I get
right?
it. I'm
But you
just
guys
telling
refuse
I
to
could not
concede
find
on
any
anything.
information on it, so I couldn't take your word because your word hasn't been good. To
My
me.
word's
Well-
always good, and you can't
No,
prove my
because I
word's
think
not
switch
good.
Yo, bro, you
everything
wouldn't
straight, bro, and
concede.
it always takes me to a Facebook meme or
You
something.
wouldn't
my
concede that the
gosh.
sun being refracted, though.
What?
Well,
You
well,
would-
one person
You would
just say,
concede on the sun being
All right.
refracted.
Next subject. Let's go.
let's talk
Right.
about the latest
Sunset.
SpaceX launch, because it's the same topic but a different rocket launch, bigger. An example,
Sunset.
the argument being that the super, what is it called, the Starship hit the firmament when it
Oh,
blew
God.
up during the launch.
Let me get one.
Yeah, I've heard them all say that as well.
Oh my
Sunset.
God, Steve! I've been trying to tell people to stop saying that. It's ridiculous.
It is.
Can I make one point?
All right, we
Go for
agree.
it, Curvature.
Next subject.
The
Curvature, no,
Dan-
fire away.
Dan Yang, however you pronounce it, the 107-mile long bridge in China. There's no
Yang
curvature
Chong
on that bridge.
Yeah, that's over land. The water's only 5 miles.
I don't care.
Okay, so
It's
it has no curvature.
107 miles long. There has to be physical measured curvature to build that bridge.
Show me there's no curvature. It's the
Show
same
me
thing as
there
building.
is.
It's the same thing as building a road. It's the same thing as building a road over a long distance. What's the difference?
Show me the curvature that needed to be instructed into that bridge.
What kind of bridge was it?
107 miles long.
It's
What kind of bridge?
That was
Did
not
you know
a.
the
I'm
Golden
sorry, a
Gate
bridge is
only
not
has
a
1 inch
road.
difference on either side? Did you know that?
Yeah, and the Verrazano has a tilt at the top as well, away from each other.
1 inch? Have you ever worked construction or like any sort of engineering job? Like I thought that was your
No.
job. 1 inch is not a lot.
No, I don't know what engineering is. That's because Earth is very big. I know
My
1
wife
inch is
would.
not a
My
lot.
wife would argue.
It's only a 1 degree of tilt over 70 miles.
Not even a chuckle at that joke.
Right? Come on, guys.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Scale
I
that.
laughed. I was muted for the record. I laughed
Make
at
that
that.
into a globe. Make it make sense, Globey.
Make what make sense?
1 inch doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but what if that example?
I guess it kind of would in that situation. But...
If you were to extrapolate the angle of that bridge, that 1 inch that we're talking
Glad
about,
you got it, Tribunal.
it would prove the radius of the Earth. It would intersect. Those angles would intersect
Hey, but
and confirm the radius of the Earth.
Do you know
guys
what
can't
Blitz
get
said?
on a
8
single?
inches per mile squared is a good approximation. Did you know that Blitz said that on that YouTube debate?
No one said
It's
it's
a good
not.
approximation.
Yeah, for a little. Yeah.
What do you
But
say
you
about
can
this,
go
Globey?
up against your physicist friend and say it's just funny. It's just funny.
Under
Actually-
the claim of an oblate spheroid, the radius of 3959 changes anywhere you're at on this Earth.
I've actually
That
never
39
heard. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've never heard Globey actually disagree that the 8 inches per square was inaccurate approximation. So he's one of the good ones.
Just an
He's a
estimate.
flirt.
It's good
But
enough.
he just said
over
1 degree over 70 miles.
Those are
Laws
different
of Scorpio,
things.
bro.
Those are different things.
This is the
Yeah, 1
Colombian
degree out of a
constant
360
But
degree
so are you
circle.
trying to purposely sound disingenuous to the chat so that they
No,
think
see,
that's
the problem
something
is you
else,
don't
or-
understand the things we're talking about.
Sure. Okay. Sorry.
If you have
Sorry that I was clarifying.
Globey, why
if you
is
have
there
a
no
suspension
curvature?
bridge and you
Why
have a
is there no
stanchion,
curvature?
if you have a big stanchion that's standing plumb to the earth, okay, and you go 70 miles away, think about how long 70 miles is. It's pretty long, right? And you have another object like a tall building that's plumb to the earth. Those two things are not going to be parallel because Earth's curved, right? But they're only going to
No.
be but listen, this is the point. They're only going to be tilted away from each other 1 degree.
Based on what distance?
70 miles, well, 69 miles.
Based on structure.
That's 24,900 miles circumference divided by 360 degrees in a circle. That's it. Objects tilt. An object would tilt 1 degree every 69 miles. And oddly, that's how much Polaris falls in the sky as you move. 69 miles south, it drops in the sky 1 degree.
Gotta look up as far as it.
And if you go from the North Pole to the equator, that adds up to 90 degrees, which is why you can't see Polaris at the equator, because it falls in the sky from your view 90 degrees.
Well, yeah, and it has to do with like brightness levels and stuff. You know, that's kind
No,
of
it
why we
doesn't.
don't
It
see-
literally falls in the sky 90
That's
degrees.
kind of why we don't see the Southern Cross because it has half the lumens of Earth. But okay.
No, the
Oh,
Southern
Has
Cross
half
does
the
not.
brightness.
No, we can.
You're
Has
talking
half
about
the
Sigma.
brightness. I'm trying to think of the right word. Yeah.
Sigma.
What about all the other stars in the southern hemisphere?
I have
Not
a
just the Southern
question
Cross.
when
So,
everybody's
Let's get back down to
ready
Earth.
to
Let's get
change
back
the
down to Earth.
topic.
Hold on.
Yeah, you guys can change the topic.
So
I gotta
let's
go
let's
put my
talk
kids
about let's talk about things falling to the horizon. Can we talk about that? Do
I
they
have a
fall to the
question
horizon?
about radio waves.
We could do that.
Yeah, they travel 200 miles.
Most definitely
Right.
talk about radio
So
waves.
if the Earth is flat, why don't FM radio waves work the same as ham radio?
The freaking
Because they're different
Photography.
frequencies.
One can penetrate the atmosphere more than the other.
That's
What
a good
does that
answer.
have
Yeah.
to do with flat versus curved? If it's curved,
So radio waves would actually prove the Earth is flat because they travel along the ground, right? And they go up to 200 miles without any interruption in military radios. Did you know that?
In a straight line.
And a straight line. So
Right.
we're talking about something different when we're bouncing off the ionosphere. Those are different
And
frequencies.
how tall are those radio towers?
then why don't the FM radio waves go all over the world then if the Earth is flat?
That's the penetration issue that they just mentioned. One wave, the ham radio, can penetrate the atmos more than the FM radio, which penetrates the atmos less.
That's
So
why
there's
AM
something
radio
that-
stations
Give
travel
an- a
further than
single
FM radio
example
stations.
of any type of electromagnetic signal, be it radio, light, whatever, that traverses across the entirety of the flat Earth.
So Robin, if you didn't know about
why
this,
would it?
that all light gets affected by refraction and by the atmospheric occlusion that we have in the sky. All light gets. Laser light, microwaves, everything gets affected by the atmosphere.
Yeah, and
If the
XM
atmosphere,
is cellular power.
if there's a heavier atmosphere that day, so if the visibility is very bad, the connection is going to be reduced.
And
You
you're
know
already
when
pre.
you're watching
increase your
like satellite
amplitude.
TV and it goes out, right?
Have a higher amplitude.
Well, that has to do with clouds and stuff.
No, it does not.
Yeah,
No,
doesn't.
that's shooting at a 45, right? That's shooting at a local satellite, right? To relay, no matter what you believe.
And you're under the pre-assumption of the distance thing, light and waves, whatever can travel. You're pre-assuming just based on the stars and lights that you think are light years away from us.
And we'll just say that as
I'm
soon
talking
as
about
Most
radio
people don't
waves,
think
and
that
then
satellites
people
on
are
your
talking
house
about
shoot
light
directly into
waves.
space,
Those are
right?
different.
so radio waves is part of the light spectrum. That's why it is part of the same thing.
Radio waves
so-
are part of the light spectrum.
Yes.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about light. I'm talking about radio.
But
Well,
do you
you have
understand
to.
why the things that affect light would also affect radio waves?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we
So-
bring up things like refraction and things that affect light, because they also affect radio waves.
And it's just like your vision. It depends on how clear the day is. You're not going to be able to see far.
I will add
And it
one
depends
last.
on if there's like
One last thing is that even when we do shoot a radio wave too far, at least when we first did, we just changed the name to Skywave and then theorized the ionosphere as ad hoc. That's the actual history of it. So, you know,
And the
we
actual-
do shoot radio waves like way farther than what the curvature rate's supposed to predict.
And if we want to go into history, radio waves were actually called radiation waves. So if you want to call it that too.
No.
So is our clouds
You
the
have a
same
point.
reason why you can't see the sun after a sunset? Because of clouds?
You don't think radio waves are radiation waves?
Who?
Who
What?
said that?
You.
No, I said you have a point.
Yeah, she agreed.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, I didn't hear that.
So, Stefan, you were saying the sunsets because of clouds?
Right. I mean, the argument is that no light can travel beyond a certain distance, based on what Max said, because of clouds and atmospheric distortion and weather and whatnot. So
There's lots of factors, but yeah.
Are clouds the reason why we can't see a sun after a sunset?
Not solely.
So clouds are not lights.
How would you see a sun
Right.
after sunset?
And if you take a camera and zoom in on the sun, like let's say if it's a 2,000 millimeter camera to like 3,000 millimeter camera, you're going to be seeing the sun heavily
I gotta go,
refracted,
guys.
distorted. Hey, take care up.
Take care.
You're gonna be seeing the sun heavily distorted on the edges, and this only happens in
Caleb in
between
here,
like
bro.
0 degrees to the
We know
horizon.
refraction works.
Where does
It happens.
where does
To
the sun go
no,
on a
you
flat
guys
Earth?
don't
Where does
mention
it
this
go?
though. You guys never mention
Why
this though.
can't we see the sun infinitely go off
Wait,
into
wait, wait.
distance?
Why don't we
Steven,
not discuss this? Why don't we discuss this? So,
We
so
are.
I'd love to
where the
discuss
gases
this.
are,
This is my favorite subject.
yeah, so where the gases are the most densest are at the bottom. So when you see the sun setting, the only place that you will be seeing the sun heavily refracted and magnified is like 0 degrees to 20 degrees above the horizon. You're not gonna see it above 20 degrees to 90 degrees above your head. Okay, so there's some optical illusion being played on the sun, and you guys will never admit this.
What's the optical illusion?
Oh my god.
That it's disappearing bottom up. So you have a sun that's disappearing into the vanishing point because it's getting so far away. Yet it behaves completely opposite of every other thing that goes into the
I'll
vanishing
tell you.
point.
Globey, can I give my example for a second?
Sure.
So we witnessed, we all on Earth, flat globe, I don't care what what we live on. We witness the sun disappearing from our perspective, whether or not it's setting or going further away from our perspective. We witness it going away.
I disagree. Disagree.
We witness it going away. We witness it going beyond something. Great. Awesome.
Sure. Okay.
So if the Earth was a globe man, globe face, everybody else, why is the sky not still blue when it sets or when it rises?
Rayleigh scattering.
Rayleigh scattering.
The light's being scattered over a longer distance, the shorter wavelengths, so blue is going to be absorbed while red is what's going to be left over.
Yeah,
That's a good answer. So what is the difference between what we can experience as a person standing from my point of view towards sunset? What is the difference from 93 million miles away to where the sun sets?
With Rayleigh scattering?
Beyond my perspective, which is, I would say 12,000 miles. Let's say it's 12,000 miles.
I don't know.
No, we can call it 3959, the same calculation from the...
Globey, let's just say where I'm standing on Earth and where I witness the sunset is 12,000 miles away. The sun goes beyond your quotation mark horizon.
Sure. I mean, it's not.
So let's say it's 12,000 miles away from my perspective.
Right.
What's the difference between 12,000 miles and 93 million miles? What's the math?
Well,
It doesn't matter.
sun
What's
is
the math?
93 million miles away by your perspective.
It's 12,000. In your example, it's 12,000 miles.
Well, what's the
atmosphere.
circumference of the Earth?
In your example, it's 12,000 miles of atmosphere that the sunlight's traveling through before it gets to your eye, and the atmosphere is the thickest at the surface of Earth.
Sure. What's the difference between 12,000 miles of atmospheric refraction, distortion, whatever, based on 93 million miles away from noon above me?
I don't understand what that question even means.
Yeah, I think you're
the difference
assuming
is the
that-
distance.
No, you do, but you refuse to actually
I
think
don't
about it.
understand what you're asking.
You're assuming that we can see 12,000 miles through the atmosphere.
No, I'm assuming that you don't understand the difference between 12,000 miles and 93 million miles.
Yeah, there's a difference of about 12,000.
Well,
That's
it's a
my
lot
assumption.
of miles difference.
Right. So why is the sky not still blue
Miles
when the
difference.
sun sets?
Again, Rayleigh scattering.
Because it's traveling. Because when the sun's at the horizon, okay, it's traveling through the most of the thickest part of the atmosphere before it gets to your eyes. That's why.
Cool. All right. So say I'm 10,000 feet higher.
Yeah.
Then you're seeing over more of. Well, if you're talking about on a flat Earth, then the sun would have never disappeared in the first place. But if you're on a curved Earth,
So say I'm another 10,000 feet higher than that. So
Yes.
what's the difference between 93 million miles? That's my
Just
that's my
exactly
question.
how high are you?
I don't know what that means. The difference between something 93 million miles away and 12,000 miles away.
It's
the
a
distance?
0.00001% difference.
Okay.
And
so explain to me why the sky changes color.
Rayleigh scattering. It's because the Earth turns and that light that's coming from the sun gets scattered through our atmosphere.
We're not talking the same.
Okay, so then tell me the difference between, let's say it's you live in Florida, and it's 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock at night.
5 o'clock.
What's the
somewhere.
difference?
The time? What
An
do you mean?
hour?
What's the difference in the sun angle?
Distance?
If someone's witnessing the sunset versus when the sun's higher in the sky,
The sun angle. Show me. I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a point
not,
zero
'cause
zero
none of us
zero
understand
zero
the
zero
question.
1% chance, or 0.0000001% difference in
Did you
is
just
there
add more
another?
zeros?
Is there another
the
flat
distance
earther
from
that
the sun.
understands his question?
I don't know what you're asking.
I'm asking you to show
So
me.
he's saying, how does the angle affect it? Because the angle should be negligible. Like
The angle of what? The
it's
sun?
not much of a difference, right?
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. The angle would never go below
It's
zero.
not
until the
even.
sun would never set.
It's not even a 10,000% difference.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Distance.
It just
But
would
that's
never set though.
Distance.
But that's
Yeah,
distance.
so it would still never ever set though. That theta angle would never reach zero on a flat Earth, no matter what you did.
Dude, your perspective is gonna meet the horizon every time over distance, right? You know that,
No,
right?
No,
Sure,
it goes
now-
above the
Dude,
horizon.
that
The
is just
vanishing point is
basic
above.
drawing 101. Like, come
That's
Yeah,
on.
basic drawing 101. An object.
Well, come
an
on, a
object shrinks.
convergence point? You guys
An
don't believe in
object
a
converges.
convergence
An
point?
object
Not in
converges
real
to a
life, no.
vanishing point. It
What,
converges
not
to a
in real
vanishing
life?
point.
Yes, not
Go
in
tell
real
that
life.
to an art teacher. They're gonna smash
Yeah,
you.
go tell that to an art teacher, and they'll tell you the
They're gonna
vanishing
be like,
point
dude,
is
are you
infinitely
seriously?
far
This
away.
is the first class.
Jay, the vanishing point in real life.
Still
would
never
be a
got an
point at
answer.
infinity.
Dude, you
Nobody,
just smoking
nobody
weed
knows
in
your
art
question.
class?
See, not gonna lie.
So here, let me. I have a drawing of it. Maybe this
Globey,
will help.
I'm asking a simple question.
So you're saying
Like a convergence
this is you?
point? Come on, man.
Can you
Yeah, you're
ask it a
saying this
different
is
way?
you?
Not everybody at
What
once,
is
right?
this? What
Yeah,
is
just hold on, Jay. So you're saying, well, actually, this is what flat Earth in general is claiming, right? Let's just assume this is the
Let's-
subsolar point where
let's
the sun's
assume-
directly above your head.
I'm so sick of your MS.
This is-
Let's
paint.
assume that
Your bias
the Earth is a
Please
ball.
stop
Flat
interrupting.
Earth makes
Jesus
sense.
Christ.
Please.
Guys, let's
So-
assume the Earth is
Assume
a
that the
ball.
Earth is flat. No, I said let's assume the Earth is flat because it's definitely not.
Sure,
So you're
let's
at the
assume it's
subsolar
flat.
point here, and the sun's directly above your head. You're saying as it goes this way, this angle decreases. I agree. This angle will never, ever, 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 ever reach zero, no matter how far away this is. It's not possible.
You're assuming the Earth is a
Bro,
flat
this
right
is a
there. I said
perspective
let's
issue,
assume
not
it's a
a
globe.
physics issue.
That's not why.
That's a
That's
flat
not.
Earth.
True. That's not a globe model. That's a flat Earth model, and he's
Right,
pointing
that's
out the
so
fact that
Even
Try
with the
to
flat Earth
agree
model,
and
it's
add
hard
if
to
you're
be
going
able
to
get
refute the
below
point, right? Like you can
It's-
agree that from
It's
what
much
he's
easier to prove that it's flat than it is a globe.
okay, he's showing you that an object over your head, no matter how far
Doesn't
away
change
it gets,
altitude.
it doesn't change altitude, but it appears
Agreed.
to lower in the sky from perspective. But
Absolutely.
perspective
There's a convergence
dictates,
point.
right?
Yes.
Perspective dictates
Agreed.
that it converges to your eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it never will go below your eye.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay, the object
So
also
the-
shrinks,
The
and
sun.
the object also
Oh,
will not
God.
disappear from the bottom up. Just gets smaller. So none of those things happen
Yes,
with the sun.
and we have atmospheric refraction.
And I
that
didn't ever
also
say anything about the
plays on
sun.
the
I
sun.
only talked about the sky.
Well, we're talking about
What
two different
color is
things
the
now.
sky at noon during the day? Blue.
This has been answered, dude. Rayleigh scattering. I don't know what else you want.
The atmosphere, when the sun's above your head, the atmosphere is thinner. Okay. So the light traveling through the atmosphere when it's above your head is not being refracted as much as it is on the surface of Earth when it's setting.
Also,
That's why you
Depending
have
on your
color
perspective,
changes.
right?
We have a convergence point to our eyes.
It's not perspective. The sun is
Hey.
above your head.
Dude, come on.
What
Like,
if
it
it's
doesn't
not?
matter if
How
it's
high
above
up
your
is the
head.
sun?
Just pause. Can we just have an
the
agreement?
hell
There's
is
a
even happening here?
vanishing point to our eyes, right?
Can we
Hold on,
agree
Jay.
that the sun disappears from the bottom
Can
up?
me and Globey talk for 10
To
seconds?
deny that is rough.
Can
man.
we just say that the sun absolutely disappears from the bottom up? We can talk about why, but just admit
See
that it
the
does
sky?
disappear from the bottom up.
Look,
No, it doesn't.
Steven does it.
But anyway,
Need a ball
Doesn't?
up
You're
there
being
to do it.
disingenuous.
The sky does it.
Okay. Quick
I
question.
say for the most part it
How
does.
high up is the sun? How high up?
based
is the
on your
sun?
perspective, sure.
Hey,
Does it
hey,
actually?
Stephen, yes, it does. Yeah,
That's a
yes, it
curve.
does,
What do we
Stephen.
see?
Is
No,
there
all I'm
is
trying to
there
ask is
is
what
there
do
a
we
lot
see
of
during the
optical
sunset?
illusion that happens at a sunset
Okay, so
compared to what you
if
see
there was
90
a,
degrees above your head?
Where the ground.
what is your name now? Why'd you change your name? Oh no, that's
Globey,
something else.
the only
Right,
question I'm
right.
asking,
It's gonna go
the only
past that
question I'm
vanishing
asking,
point.
the only question I'm asking
Yeah.
is based on the minuscule difference between the sun being above us and being in the horizon.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I get it.
The sun is 93 million miles away, whether it's above us or at the horizon.
But it's not about that. But it's not about that.
Yes, that's my question. Why is the sky blue when it's above us and not when it's at the horizon?
Because you're assuming you're
not a curve.
It's only 12,000 miles further away from my perspective.
Point, not a curve.
That's my question.
Okay. Hey, real quick, how high up is the sun?
Not a curve.
How high up?
This just happened. We dropped.
It's a 0.00001% difference in distance away.
Everybody's like trying to make a different point, it seems, on the flat Earth side. I'm just going to ring it back in. Seek the Truth is asking the very specific question about why in the heck the sky is blue versus the color that it is at sunset when the sun's distance is only 12,000 miles distance. In the grand scheme of things, it seems extremely insignificant compared to the 93 million miles away. Globey McGlobeface, go ahead and answer it. And then if we're all good with that, then somebody else can make a point, and then we're going to keep this thing going probably for like 15 more minutes, and we're going to wrap it up.
Okay. Now, when the sun's overhead, the sun's overhead, and you're on Earth, this line here is representing the top of the atmosphere, okay, where the atmosphere ends. Say the Karen line, whatever you want to say. So if you're on Earth looking at the sun from here, the sun's going through only this much atmosphere to reach you. It's also thinner up here, the atmosphere. Okay, now when the sun's setting, it's now traveling through all of this atmosphere to get to you. See how much more atmosphere it has to go through?
It's only going through part of it.
Yes, but the point is it's going through more, and it's going through denser air.
But it's only going through part of it at a minuscule difference in distance compared to 93 million miles.
So, Seek the Truth, I'm going to help you out for just a second. So the reason why, and I think I'm getting this pretty good. So it's the same thing that we're talking about, why there's all this distortion as we're looking across the horizon versus when we look up. You know, the thing that we use to describe why the sun and moon magnify at the horizon.
Well, I know the answer.
Well, it's because all that they're saying, because that air is so thick at that side angle, that's causing the difference in color versus when it's just coming straight down and blanketing that light even across all that sky. So it's just difference in the density.
You're right. You're right what you're saying, but I really truly know the answer to why the sky is a different color.
Why?
But I want to know why on a globe that it's a different color.
We just described it.
Yeah. Just the light is going through more.
So you know what? You want to know why on a flat Earth it's a different color?
Sure.
You've ever seen,
really be down
noble gases?
God.
I do like talking about this point because the noble gases, do light up the sky colors, and I think that's pretty interesting.
You know what lights up the noble gases?
I forget.
Globey?
I don't even know what you're talking about. You're saying as
do you know what illuminates noble gases in our atmosphère?
No.
How about you? I want to hear your
How about
answer.
an electromagnetic power plant like our sun?
A power plant like our sun?
An electromagnetic power plant like our sun
What does that mean?
illuminates noble gases.
Explain that. So you're saying
If you
electromagnetism?
don't agree with this, that's fine. I don't care, but I'm explaining to you how it works on a globe model or on a flat Earth model. So
why does the color change though? You didn't even explain that.
Because the sun is small and local.
Yeah,
it
but why is
moves far away. So the light that you're able to see, the light that's illuminated in the sky from your perspective is far away from the electromagnetic energy of the sun. That electromagnetic energy from the sun is only able to illuminate the gases so far.
Okay,
so the reds, the oranges, the purples are further away from that source, and
So
that's
where's
what
that
we're able to
reference?
see.
So where's that reference?
Which noble gases again?
That was a positive claim. So where's that reference?
What do you mean?
Where's the reference that says electromagnetism makes things red from further away?
Yeah, where's
Go ahead.
I was going to ask because I don't remember where this was. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but if you could drop a link in the chat or something for that video that they're shooting the what was it, electricity or magnetism? I can't remember which one, where they're actually lighting up the noble gases, because that is a really good that's a really good observation. And regardless of if it's used to describe the sky or not, it's still an interesting phenomena.
I've seen electricity lighting up noble gases. Yeah, absolutely.
And it can do it. It can do it wirelessly, and it can do it through conductivity.
Through Bluetooth?
Sure. You want to be a smartass? Yeah, let's do Bluetooth flat Earth. Let's do it. Now prove to me it's a globe.
Sure. I actually had something really cool on a point that Jay made. He was talking about vanishing points. I pulled up a video of someone named Disrespectfully Disagree, where
subject
vanishing points in
change.
real life, and what we can see, and I'll just play it here. Vanishing points in real life always converge above the horizon because the Earth is curving downwards and away from you. Every single time. They never
How high is
converge
that
at the
observer?
horizon.
Hold on. Okay, so I gotta ask you this.
Yeah, hold
no,
on.
No, you
I
interjected.
just want to continue, and then you get right after.
You change the subject.
So Washington, D.C.
subject.
We can see again above the horizon every single time.
And explain the color of the sky. Let's go.
That was the first thing I answered. Rayleigh
No,
scattering. If you
you
don't get it, that's not my
actually
problem.
purposely changed the subject.
I would also agree that the color of the sky
No,
doesn't prove Earth shape either, unfortunately.
It certainly doesn't, and we
But
asked you for your reference.
I agree.
For your
But
claim.
let's say that the electromagnetism of our sun that illuminates the noble gases, the closer it is to those gases. So that when the sun is directly above us, say it's noon, it's directly above us. It's closer to the blue lights, which is nitrogen, oxygen. And the further away from us it is, when it goes towards sunset, which is not the sun going above the horizon, it's only the sun going further from us. It illuminates kryptonite. It illuminates,
Kryptonite. Yeah, he just said kryptonite.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you wanted proof of the curve, so I gave you direct proof of the curve.
You know what I'm saying. Don't be an Edom.
So to address the point that you just made, Glowman, about the lines, if you a lot of times I've seen if you adjust the levels in these pictures that the horizon's actually further back or higher up than what we actually see. So those lines that you're drawing, I mean, how do we know that they're actually corresponding to the horizon and not just an apparent horizon?
That's a great question. You can use a theodolite to measure the actual zenith, or not the zenith angle, the amount of drop from the level line. And I already know Max is going to say, "Oh, look at all these ships that I found that look like they're above the horizon."
Bro, this is a
very
perspective
simple to
issue.
control for. You just go and
Vanishing points are created because
hold
of the fact
hold
that things
on,
move further away
hold
from
on.
our eyes.
All
They
you
appear
do-
smaller.
Jay, just let me finish, then you
Therefore,
can
in
interject.
perspective drawing,
Just let me finish, then you can
as
interject.
things recede away from the observer, they
Please
get
just let me
smaller
finish.
until they
Yeah,
appear to
just let me finish.
disappear.
Please just let me finish. So what you can do is you can go on a day where there's not a temperature inversion happening. You can control and you can measure a vertical.
Higher perspective.
Please stop interrupting.
Temperature gradient. And once you measure that vertical temperature, once you measure that vertical
respect
temperature
this
gradient,
speaker,
you
I'm
can
gonna go.
actually quantize the amount, the refractive index. It's actually very simple to do, and you can control for refraction very easily. So
No,
we
you
can
can't.
definitely
You
prove
cannot remove refraction from the environment, bro.
No one
You
said
can't.
remove it. I said
Max,
Do you think this is the
Max, that
Hey,
Max,
one
that
second.
picture
Do you
you're
guys think
showing
this
on
is
a flat Earth is impossible. So that photo alone proves
No,
globe.
no, bro, listen to me. Do you think this is the normal sun? Right? Do you think this is the normal sun?
Yeah, I think it's the sun.
It might be a Freemason.
Yeah, and that picture
I
is
like that.
impossible on
Do
a
you
flat
think this
Earth
is the normal
because,
sun? Do you think this is the normal
and
sun?
yet again, that picture is impossible on
Why
a
are you
flat Earth.
guys laughing at this, bro?
How is that
Do you think this
impossible
is the
on flat
normal
Earth?
sun?
What does this prove?
Well, you say you're viewing the sun's
That the sun is
12,000 miles
highly
away.
frequent
I've
refracted,
heard
bro. Of course it's not
It
going to shrink in
proves
size.
Yeah,
This
but
does
what
not
the sun
happen
is able
when
you
it's
to.
20
say,
degrees above the
hold
head.
on.
No, you are
Okay,
not
you
cake,
say
nor
that you're
nor is
viewing the
I.
sun, and the sun. You're saying the sun. you view the sun 12,000 miles away, and the sun's supposed to be as low as 3,000 miles in the sky, which means the angle of view is 14 degrees. How are you
Where
supposed to
would it
have
be
a
then?
sun at the horizon using simple geometry?
No.
The angle of the sun should be 14 degrees. How do you get that down there at the horizon?
Where did you get that astronomical claim?
Where do you get right triangles? Where do you solve right triangles? It's basic
Wouldn't that be a
geometry.
right triangle on a flat Earth? The sun setting?
Also, you kind of debunked yourself, Max. You said it's refraction doing that. Refraction causes the object to appear higher, not lower. So you just debunked yourself. Your sun would never set.
No, there is something called
That's wrong also.
atmospheric lensing.
Wait, what
There's
part
something
of that did I say
called
wrong?
What
did I say that was wrong?
You guys just have to admit though. Hold on. You guys have to admit though that there's a big optical illusion that's happening at the horizon when the sun is setting. Are you gonna admit to that?
Yeah, sure. There's something called the Ponzo illusion. Hold on. There's something
Let's
called
not
the
devolve
Ponzo
here.
illusion to where it appears larger compared to background objects.
bro.
However,
You're not gonna-
however, Max, and this is why I asked you the other day to prove it to yourself with your camera because you had a solar filter. Surprise, surprise, you never did it. You can measure the size yourself. I
Yeah,
even
but
told
I
you what
didn't
to
get
do
the
with
time
your
to do it,
ISO
bro. I'm
settings.
doing it.
I walked you through the process and you never did it.
You didn't tell me what to do, bro. You didn't tell me shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
You didn't tell me
Then
nothing.
it never happened.
You said that exposure.
And
Hold on. You said that exposure will make an object bigger in the distance, and that doesn't
And I
happen.
proved it.
My bad, bro.
And I proved it.
Can we talk about the
No, it
sunset
doesn't happen,
again?
Are you
bro.
going to say?
Yeah.
Nope.
Max, are you
Nope,
going
it
to
doesn't
say
happen.
that
Exposure
refraction makes up 14
Peterson, you're gonna be
degree
showing us
angle?
right.
Everybody's talking at once, and we need to dial it back in. I'm gonna let it go on for another 15 minutes since we just got Planet Peterson in, and people were begging to let him in. So we'll go ahead and give him the floor for just a moment, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. But please, just let people get their points out. Everybody's been making their points really quick and concise, so just let them finish it, and then counter the point, but not all at once. Go ahead.
Thank you. It shouldn't take me long. I drew a pretty picture. So what I was hearing is when the sun is setting, it's illuminating gases and appearing red. When the sun's directly above somebody, it illuminates different gases and appears blue. The problem with that is, how can I be watching the sun setting and observing red light? Keep in mind that sun is in a different place for a different observer, and they would look up and see blue light. How can the sun be simultaneously be producing blue and red light?
I got a simple answer to that. Can you be in two places at once?
Yeah, that's not an answer.
Can you be in two places at once?
So you claimed
Can
that the
you
sun is
be in two places at
illuminating
once?
gases in the
That is the
atmosphere and
most
causing them to glow
ridiculous
different
answer to a
colors.
question I've ever heard.
But two people can observe
Again,
at the
your
same
claim
time.
is
Can
that
you-
depending
yes,
on the
two
sun's
people, yes.
when the sun is in different places, according to you, it is illuminating different gases.
Of
Which would
course.
mean when I'm seeing the sun setting, I'm seeing the sun in a different place illuminating different gases. That
Are you
means
in
that
two
the sun
places
is
at
making
once?
red light everywhere, which is
Are
so
you in
obviously
two
impossible.
places at once?
You're not answering the question.
Let's assume we can make phone calls.
Yeah, you can Skype.
Sure.
the person.
Call your buddy that's 1,000 miles away and ask him what color the sky is.
Yeah, so your job is to tell me how can the sun be illuminating gases and make it look red for me over here and blue for somebody over here at the same time?
Cool.
Because what your claim is
Call
when
your
the sun is
friend
in a
when
different
the
place,
sun's
it's
setting.
illuminating different gases. But that
So
if I'm
I
seeing
assume
the
you live in
sun
California.
illuminate red gases, that means that that's what the sun is doing. So nobody on Earth could possibly be seeing blue gases.
It would also mean that our composition of our atmos would be changing completely throughout the day. So I actually do agree with that, Planet Peterson. I'm seeing what you're saying.
Of
But
course,
if there's
it'd
a
have to
good
be.
retort.
Well, then you have to admit that you were wrong.
Then I'd have to admit that you can't be in two places at once.
Yeah, that's not the claim.
Well, what's the claim?
You don't remember your own claim?
I remember your claim.
No,
You just
I'm
said
repeating
that
what
one
you
person
said.
in one spot will witness a different thing at a different spot.
What you said
How
is
far
the
away is that
reason that
person?
the sunset looks red is because when the sun goes to a different place, it's illuminating noble gases or something. It's illuminating different gases and causing a different glow. Never mind the fact that that's not even what's happening. Even if that was what's happening,
how
when the
far
sun
away
is
is
over,
that person?
I
How
only
far
need
away is that
15
blue
more
person
seconds.
versus the red person?
When the sun goes to over here, it is now in a different part of the air illuminating different gases, which means the only thing the sun is doing is causing a red glow in the sky, which is why I see red. Therefore, it's impossible for somebody else to be seeing a different color of glow from the sun. This is impossible. What you described simply
At the
cannot
same
be.
time, from a person at the exact same time, from a different perspective, you're correct. Impossible.
Hey, Planet, do you live in
No idea what
Texas?
Am I in
If we
Texas?
looked
No.
outside,
No, he's obviously
okay,
in California.
You mean California?
If we looked outside right now at the same time, could we see the sky at the same time?
Yes, we could.
Oh,
Really? So
okay.
if I was in Australia and you were in North Carolina, we could see the sky at the same time.
Yes. Why would that be a problem?
No, could we be in two different places on the planet and look up? Yes, that is possible.
Yeah, but do we have our head stuffed under the sand? Is the question.
I've
What
got
does
a
that
question.
mean? What does that mean?
Where's the blue guy? Where's the red guy?
Wherever you want them to be. It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
so
I
let's
guess I have to do more here. I have to do more.
Here's a good example.
It absolutely matters.
Try this.
Why is
I'm
the
in
sun
Texas,
red according to this observer? Because according to what you
I'm in
said,
Texas.
the sun is illuminating gases around it.
So
causing a
you're
red
in
glow.
England,
How
I'm in
the good
California.
golly
Let's say
fuck
you're in
can this
England, I'm in
person be looking at
California.
that same
It's 12
sun
o'clock
and
in
see
California.
blue light?
What color
This
is the sun?
not possible.
The sun is white.
You're a fucking idiot. Oh my god.
That's racist.
Do you disagree?
The sun is white. The sun
Do you
emits all
really?
wavelengths
Are you honestly going
of
to disagree if the sun can appear to be a different color based on your observation and distance from the sun?
This is I literally drew a picture and you don't get it.
So your
This is the
picture is
explanation.
100% correct, right?
It is 100% accurate to
So
your
what about the
description.
person that's in blue?
Oh
what
my
if that
goodness.
person on blue
This is what you
is
said
in the
happens.
is at the
Why does
equator?
person A see a red sun?
Jesus
Because the
Christ,
sun
man.
is creating a red glow of the gases around it. And you
Oh,
also said
my
a
God.
person who is directly under the sun sees a blue sky because the sun is creating blue light. This can't
What creates
be.
the blue
These
light,
two
man?
things cannot be at the same time.
What
I'm not
creates the
saying
blue
the
light?
Earth. I'm not saying therefore the Earth
What
can't
creates
be flat.
the blue light?
You can go ahead and believe that the Earth is still flat.
You can
but
go
what
ahead and
you
believe
said,
all you want
this
to,
is
but what creates the blue
impossible.
light?
You guys are now starting to
No,
talk
I'm
over
done
each
now.
other.
What creates
is
the blue light?
Gentlemen, I've got a question for Globey. Actually, a question for all of y'all. Just a simple yes or no question. Does water bend? Yes or no?
Yes.
Starting with Globey.
Yes, of course it does.
Water
Large
bends.
bodies of
Globey, you
large
said
bodies
yes.
of water.
Yes.
No,
Through
no,
the
no.
power of
There's
Jesus Christ,
water.
yes.
Yes,
is
even you
water.
believe
Look,
this because you can believe there are high tides and low tides at the same time.
I can take a picture, put a
How
few
about a
rocks
lake?
in it, and fill it up with water. Will it have the curvature of the rocks above
No.
it? Yes or no?
No.
So the surface
Nope.
is always flat.
No.
Can you prove to me that water
Nope.
bends?
Yeah, there are high and low tides that happen at the same time.
Okay, that's
A
not
lake water. A lake
Globey,
water is
you're
gonna
muted,
bend.
by the
A
way.
lake water is gonna. A
Well,
lake
that
water is
sucker
gonna
changed
be.
real quick.
When the hell was someone going to tell me that? Thank you.
We were trying.
Is the water around the rocks bent?
I got marker on my face. Yep. So
Yes,
if you have a
Globey,
high
I'm
and a low
asking
tide
you
at
a
the same
question.
time, the water has to bend. That's the only option. Sorry.
Yeah, but he's showing you. So
Also,
so
this is
if it-
impossible.
If at one
So
part
you're
of the world
saying-
there's a low tide and one part of the world there's a high
I
tide,
agree.
something
I
has
agree
to
with you,
bend.
Planet Peterson.
No, I know.
Okay, so
and again,
you're
I'm not
saying-
even saying that the Earth is not flat. I'm just saying that, of course, water bends because there are high and low tides at the same time. Even if Earth was
It doesn't
flat,
happen to a river, though.
even if Earth was flat, water bends. Even if Earth was flat, this is definitely impossible.
We know.
You're saying water bends, Planet Peterson?
Yes, and if you admit that high and low tides exist at the same time, you are also conceding that water
I
bends.
keep
A river water,
If
or a
a
lake
true
water is
earther
gonna bend.
believes that somebody from
Naveed
thousands
is
of miles
talking-
away can see a
Stop.
blue sky versus a red sky at the same time,
Naveed's
You
turn to
obviously
talk.
can't be
you're not a
at
true
low
earther.
tide and high tide at the same time to observe it.
Naveed, I'm so sorry. Could you say that
that
again?
goes out the window.
That's okay, Planet. No need to apologize. I just asked a simple yes or no question. Water bends. Most of you guys said yes. So you're saying gravity's smart. Gravity is actually what's causing this, right?
You don't
It's
have to be
gravity that-
smart for water to bend. There's
Well,
no
gravity.
intelligence involved.
I
in
think
that.
I think gravity. We've been calling it gravity. NASA's been calling. I think we should just call it smart gravity. Because
Can it connect to my
you can
Wi-Fi?
call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call
the
it
reason I say it's
inside out
the
dog's
reason I
asshole.
say it's
That's what I'm gonna
smart
call it.
gravity's okay. The reason I say it's smart is because it's holding trillions of gallons of water to the ball. Yet within the
Well,
water, you
atmospheric
have
pressure
fish,
does most of that.
tiny fish swimming freely, and gravity doesn't discriminate.
Yes. What
Above
happens
the
the
water,
moment
you
those
have
fish
birds
stop
flying.
swimming?
5-minute warning.
What happens the
I-
moment those fish stop swimming? They
I don't know what topics
fall
we're
to
coming
the
up with.
bottom because of gravity. You have to constantly exert energy in order to overcome it because it actually is
Maybe
a,
it has
Because of
maybe it has
buoyancy,
mass.
right?
massive force
Intensity?
and a constant force.
Maybe it
Oh,
has
it's
mass.
impossible.
Maybe it
So
has
they
mass.
breathe in water
Just
to
maybe-
survive, right?
This is the same argument about
water
like,
down.
oh,
That's
the
what we've
ocean
been
is so
told.
heavy.
He's saying pressure, so I don't know where they get their information from, but sometimes
He's
you do get
explaining buoyancy and density in a layman term.
Buoyancy
You
is
have
up.
to fish breathe in water to survive, so they have to
They don't
keep
breathe
water
They
coming into them.
They filter dissolved oxygen in water with their gills.
But it's water.
Yes,
No, it's
water
oxygen.
is water. I agree.
Yes,
we
so
have
they have
our
to-
first true statement.
They have
from
to
you today.
intake
water
water
is water.
to
Do
survive.
they breathe water? No. Do they filter dissolved oxygen out of water with their gills? Yes. Do
With
some
water?
fish breathe air?
Yes.
Also true. So the only thing you said that was correct is water.
Is air a
water.
liquid? Yes or no?
It's a fluid.
Air is a fluid.
Right, so not a
I
liquid.
just want to point out that you said that fish breathe water and they don't do that.
They do.
Oh my goodness. No, they filter dissolved oxygen in water with their gills.
So why do they float when they die?
Why do fish? They don't always float.
That's once the gases build up in their body from decomposition normally that they float.
Yeah, most fish, except for cartilaginous fishes, have
I have
swim
a
bladders.
question.
So
How many
it's
dead
not
fish
hard to
see at the
imagine
bottom
that
of the sea?
dissolved oxygen in their body would go into their swim bladder. Did you know that fish have a swim bladder?
You have a swim bladder.
No. Okay.
Guys, you're
All right,
getting off
guys.
topic
So
now.
we are about to wrap this up. I'd like to give everybody at least like a minute to go ahead and make their closing statements. Try to make it concise. And I'll just start right from the top. Right, we'll seek the truth. Then Globeface, go ahead.
I must
Seek the truth. You're up.
I'll go last.
You go last. That's smart. Globey McGlobeface, you're up.
All right, so I'll just answer his question real quick. This is the force of gravity between two masses. Okay, you asked about the ocean versus a fish. So this is the mass of the Earth times the mass of the fish. It's relating to the two masses, and if you notice, it's the numerator of this equation. This would be the mass of the Earth and the mass of all the oceans. So which one's bigger? The mass of Earth times the mass of all the oceans, or the mass of Earth times the mass of a fish? So really the question is, what's bigger, the mass of a fish or the mass of all the oceans on Earth?
Well, you convinced me. The Earth is a globe.
This one, right. The
All right,
mass
nice.
of the water is
Come on, man.
astronomically
What the hell
larger.
does it have to do with?
He admitted it.
So this
No, I
So
didn't.
this is why
Trust
the
me.
force of gravity between the oceans and Earth is much larger than the force of attraction between the mass of Earth and a fish.
Oh, doesn't
Does nothing.
what mass has
Who's
It's
next? Who's
it's
next? No,
closing.
we're doing closing statements.
Closing
All right,
statements.
everything to do with
yeah,
it.
you're right.
That's why
I
I'm
passed.
done. Closed. I'm gonna go watch Mandalorian. Bye.
Our Earth is bigger.
So there's something called convergence point. Everything converges to the horizon, like this. Everything converges, even on a flat surface, created level. Everything will converge. Clouds do converge to the horizon. Airplanes converge to the horizon. Sun converges to the horizon. The moon converges to the horizon. Everything converges to the horizon. And there's an optical illusion being played like right above like 0 to 20 degrees from the horizon, and that is what you guys don't admit. And that's how the sun grows in size, and it doesn't shrink. You guys don't want to admit that, but that's fine. The Earth is flat. Even a corridor, everything converges down to a horizon. So if you just keep this light going on forever, it's gonna converge to the horizon just like the sunset.
Does the bottom of that light
Earth is flat,
disappear?
guys.
No. Earth's a globe.
All right, Stephen Rocket, you're up.
There's no proof of flat Earth whatsoever. The only arguments that are made are complete misunderstandings of science, denial of observed reality, or creating their own physics that completely does not make any sense based on zero proof at all.
Alrighty, Globe Man, you're up.
Just show you an actual corridor.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, Max proved that refraction bends downwards. He also agreed with the graphic Jay pulled up, meaning objects would appear higher, and debunked himself. That's all I need to say. I don't need to add anything else.
Go to data that ends in Y.
You got the delusional. That's fine.
Alrighty, and then I can't really read your name through all the gifts being coming. G-Box.
Just DJ is fine. So I just wanted to say that with the flat Earth, the sun would never even get to the horizon. So anytime that they show a sun at the horizon, that's just proving globe Earth. If you're looking at a sun that's 3,000 miles up in the air, which is the lowest that I've seen somebody say that the sun is, and it's 12,000 miles, which I don't even understand how you get that distance, considering it's supposed to travel between the tropics. The degree of angle at which you would see the sun is 14 degrees, and there's no way that refraction can make up for a 14-degree angle. That's it.
What about when it sets?
It's not,
Your sun on a flat Earth doesn't set.
You'll get your turn, Seek. Planet Peterson, go ahead.
This is impossible. Somebody over here seeing a red sun seeing red skies around the sun could only be possible if the sun is producing red light around it, which means that everybody on Earth would be seeing red light. So that's impossible. The sun obviously doesn't converge with the horizon because the sun doesn't change in size as it moves towards the horizon at all. But even if it did change size nominally, the sun clearly stays a disk and dips below the horizon. Things that converge simply vanish from sight because it becomes too small of an arc degree for us to see. 15 to 20 degrees is not a distance. The horizon is not a distance. It depends on observer height. So when you say there are things happening at 15 to 20 degrees above that's basically meaningless, and fish don't breathe water.
So do clouds converge to the horizon?
No.
No, they disappear below the horizon.
My goodness.
They're liars, bro.
All right, Navid, Norzai.
Take a photograph, and we'll see who the liar is.
Gentlemen, appreciate your time. MrTribune, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come up and speak with you guys. Since day one, every single image they've presented to us is CGI. Please show us actual pictures of the moon, the stars, the astronauts, the system, number one. Number two,
look them up.
We find contradictions in those pictures.
CGI,
and so
by the way, right now.
When you have people like Eric Dubé or maybe Caleb down here talk about these things, he's contradicting what you guys present us, what they show us. And so open your mind, and if there's a cover over your eyes, it's time to lift it because it's right in front of you.
Old man's showing you photos
And
right now.
also, if you fly, speak with the pilot. Get in touch with the pilot and ask them questions. They'll speak with you, and they'll tell you that they don't take the curvature of the Earth into account when they're flying. If you know any engineers who build tunnels and such, speak with them. Ask them if they take the curvature of the ball into account when they build these tunnels. So I hope I didn't offend any of you, but please open your eyes. And if you are getting paid or if there's an incentive, take that and put it aside for just a moment, because you will be asked these things, and it's good to help your brethren out. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Well
Nice
said.
presentation.
Alrighty, seek the truth. You wanted to be last, but you won't be last after me, so you're gonna have to go.
You won't be
All right.
forgotten.
Well, I'll have to say this. Based on perspective of a human on our Earth, if you live in England and I live in the United States, we're not going to see the sunset and the noon at the same time. So, planet, your observation is absolute bullshit. Anywho, with that said, you can see a sunset and noon at the same time, but you can't see it with one person, right? Thank you.
Alrighty.
I just want to point out that the host is CGI
so
and he
funny.
doesn't exist. We
Yeah,
are
and
on
so is the
phones.
guy in
This
the
is
bottom
a
middle.
computer-generated image. Therefore, the host does not exist.
Yeah,
Earth is
and the
bigger.
guy in the
That's not
bottom
your
who
hand.
draws
That's not your face.
who draws
You are
worse
being
than my
transmitted
5-year-old
to us
child
through a computer,
is right.
and the computer is creating these images. You are CGI. None of
Yeah.
you exist.
Yep,
Clouds
and
are
there's
getting
no such
smaller,
thing as
Max.
different time zones.
Most of them sound like Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you ask me. It seems like you
Yeah,
guys
like
are
the guy
Clouds
at
are
the
moving
bottom.
to the horizon,
All right.
guys.
Free for all, right? Free for all,
Everybody
right
get
for
her
the
out.
end.
Everybody go at the same time. Go.
All right, everybody, get the
I
fuck
sound
out.
like Ben
Just kidding.
Shapiro.
Max, all those clouds are getting smaller, by the way. Something your son doesn't do. Oops.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
they still convert
kicking
to the horizon,
everybody
Goldie.
in three.
But they get
Railroad
smaller.
tracks
Earth is like your
converge
cloud.
together,
Your
but
wrist
I'm
clouds
not Ben
don't.
Shapiro.
One.
Everything gets
I
smaller.
sound like
except the
I'm
sun.
not
All right. Jesus Christ, dude. I love it. Everybody's getting in their last little few punches. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure that everything is still going good over here. All right, awesome. Everybody, all 265 of you still watching, we appreciate you coming on. We are going to be doing this again, so stay tuned. Follow me if you haven't already. If you're just joining, catch the full live on my YouTube and Rockfin at Troubling Tribune. You can also go to my website, troublingtribune.com, and catch the full grift that we have going on down there. Awesome merch shop. You can donate, get consultations, all kinds of really cool stuff. So we do appreciate everybody coming on. Lots of great arguments, very entertaining, which is always a plus. And it's always good to learn something here and there. So that's another big reason why we do this. So I'll leave you guys to it until next time. And folks over on YouTube and Rockfin, don't go anywhere. You know I'm going to play you out. So I will catch you guys here. Alrighty, folks. Let me get this thing plugged back in. Boom. All right. Perfect. Absolutely great show. Let's go ahead and do some shout outs. Appreciate you guys all sticking through to the end. Keep my background in frame there. Yeah, I'll be honest, it wasn't like a super great showing for Flat Earth on that one. Simply because of all the interrupting. It was so bad. I was getting to where I just wanted to kick everybody, but then they would kind of calm down after a little bit, and so I would, get hopeful. But I think I'm going to limit the amount of guests that I have over on the TikTok side just to make sure that we can keep control of the conversation, because that was getting pretty out of hand. But appreciate you guys coming on. Let's go ahead and do a quick shout out, because you guys are the real ones, the ones who stick through to the end, show your support. We definitely appreciate it. So starting off with YouTube, we have Bearsworth, Lord Racer, Salted Cedar, Mitch, Nuba, ding ding, love it, Jeremy Bird, One Neo, McSlappin, You guys are all legends. Sean. Have very healthy conversations in here. Nuba, thank you for posting the links. You're awesome, man. FE Nation. Mojo Shop. Angela Baby Carson. Let's see here. These guys need a little Crow 777. Amen, Bearsworth. Absolutely. Jeremy Bird. I'm confused. Yeah, it was it's just parts of that. Just didn't even seem like they had any bearing on the shape of the Earth. Like, why are we arguing about the sky color? Why are we, debating on these freaking... It's just ridiculous. Anyway, lots I could say on it. I don't really usually do, like, debate reviews, but it's something I'm considering doing. You guys can let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Jay Heightened. All right. Shifty Eyes. And Ruhif. All right, if I missed anybody, I apologize. Let's go over and head over to Rockfin. Huge shout out for the $10 tip over there. Let's see who that was from. RG. Really appreciate you, buddy. The support goes a long way. We have a whole donation, a whole fundraiser going on the troublingtribune.com, so be sure to check that out. $2,500, and we're going to get ourselves a completely revamped setup. That way we can do the most. Oh, of course, Set and Egg. Appreciate you, Set and Egg, for the $10 tip. Okay, so we have Mischief Brew. Let's guess. That was a bit too much. Absolutely. Agree with you completely. Andrew B. Arguing with a Globey is like yelling at a wall that's painted the wrong color. Yeah, what are you going to do, right? At a certain degree, there's mental disorders, right? It's like, and I did misspeak, right? Cognitive dissonance technically isn't a mental disorder, but I mean, isn't anything that you experience all the time considered a mental disorder? Like if somebody was just like happy all the time and they couldn't not be happy, as great as that is, I'm sure a doctor would say they're sick. Any excuse to push a pill, right? Okay, who else do we got? We got Robotic Double 3K. Dang it, since the last Rockfin update, all my Rockfin live shows break in and out every 5 seconds or so. Dang, that sucks, man. Well, we are on YouTube, so you can check it out over there for now. Until they kick me off of there. All right. And then we also have John Osborne. Amazing. That's Jim Waterworld, who was one of the first guests in. But yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate you coming on. Let me go ahead and get some music queued up because that's the important thing. Right? That is what we all need. Is some good tunes to play out to. I don't know if FMX Radio ended up going live, but you guys can check me on that every now and then. Pretty fun show, getting some great music. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we already know which one we're doing. Oh, man, I hope I'm not misspelling this. There we go. All right, folks, I really appreciate you coming on. It's been a heck of a journey so far. Definitely check out the website. We've been putting in a lot of work over there, and I think it's coming along great, but I'm definitely open to opinions. As you guys know, I'm kind of still the new kid on the block, only like, 9 months into this, so definitely help me with your suggestions and input. We really appreciate it, and a huge shout out to all you folks in the background who are helping make this all possible. So with that, let us go ahead. Please don't play a commercial. Awesome. I will catch you guys on Sunday morning for the Rise and Shine, for the Morning Light with Melodome. Until then, peace.